Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Yes, Clobberin indeed. Well, hello, my good friends out there. Here's hoping I'm still with you. I'm still there, and hope you're hearing me because I don't know. I have not gotten my new computer yet. Still waiting on that. So I don't know when that's going to be in. So just figured I'd take a shot anyway. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If it turns out that this doesn't work, I'll just pull the plug early like I had to do the other night. But we will see. I don't know what else to do until it may not even be tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. Thank you, D Bud. Appreciate you, buddy, for that. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you guys. It's kind of working in the dark here sometimes. Thank you, J Man. Brian, Neon Knight. And thank you, my good friends. I really appreciate that. I'll be here for as long as it lets me. We will see. I mean, I don't know if I've done whatever little sleight of hand I pulled with it. Maybe I don't know. We'll see if it works out. But it does seem to be working a little bit better right now. Hey, Stuart. Well, since I'm saying names, I may as well just start doing some shout outs because obviously tomorrow night, no matter what happens, the clubhouse will be in session. I can tell you that for sure. But let's shout out the great wrench crew that we have and always have here. Of course, the great Eric K. Again, I can't see who's here and who's not right now because I'm switched over to this tab. But the bronze wrencher, of course, the great Eric K. Chris Persia, the Vindicator Wrench of the North. Good to see. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. D. Bud Martin. Good to see you, bud. And the Wrench of Iron, of course, and the God Wrench, Lord Thoth. Avon lives, long live the Legion, and hail to the lovely Lady Thoth, the wrench without fear. The great J-Man, my partner in crime on Earth B. Hungry Boy, master of the Claboni. Super Kal-El, of course. And Mjolnir wielding wrench, Maddie's daddy, and of Phantom Outsider, our wrench crew there. Whoever's here, whoever's not, to get the shout out anyway, because they're part of the wrench crew, but not to be left out. Let's see who is here. Who else is here? Neon Knight. Well, hello there, Neon Knight. It is good to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing well this evening. Welcome to Wildcard Wednesday night. Yes, I forgot to even mention it's Clobberin Times Wildcard Wednesday night. 508 overall for on YouTube, and of course, show 1,208 On YouTube overall. I mean, so I'm just don't know what I'm doing now. Everyone, I'm so anxious about this damn computer and stuff like that. I apologize. Brian Hepburn, good to see you. Stuart Mitchell, Michael Carney. Who else is here? I think I may have shouted everyone out already. Death Ray, what's up? Hey man, good to see you. Well, and of course, anyone else who pops in, I will of course shout them out accordingly, because it's the way we roll up in here around here. So, because of all kind of different things going on, I haven't had much planned. I could not do the Loki, my great friend Loki's comic roundtable tonight. So they postponed it. They didn't do it this week. Once a month, I go out with a bunch of geek friends. This has been going on for, I don't know, 8-9 years, whatever. Whole bunch of us that know each other from the, just the geek scene in town and comic shops and all that. We all get together at the Bistro Italia, and once month out of the 1 week out of the month, rather, one Wednesday night, and just have dinner together and stuff. So that's where I was, and it's always good to see those friends. Oh, okay. Well, I hear you there, Neon Knight. So I got a phone, and I got a phone. Okay, no, I got you. I understand. If I didn't need the computer for streaming, I don't use a computer for anything else. If I didn't need it for streaming, I wouldn't, and to do the show, I wouldn't even really use it much. I'd use my phone. And there's people who actually do their shows from their phones, believe it or not. But I've had to do that on an emergency situation once. Personally, I don't want to do that. But as the case may be. But it's good to see y'all here tonight. Like I said, I had nothing prepared, nothing planned. But, it's Wild Card Wednesday night. So, and they called him Wild Card. So who knows? We'll just hang out a little while, and I'll just hang out and talk to you. Because, we haven't done, I've only done that one member stream. That's true, D-Bud, by the way, he did. Phantom, what's up, Fanty? I've only done that one member stream a couple of months back. I'm going to do another one. I promise February I'm going to do another one and start trying to do them more regularly. But tonight it'll be sort of like in the sense that in a member stream, in the sense that I'm going to be talking to you. So I got nothing planned. As long as it's geek related, I'll talk about it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, hey, Chris. Oh yeah. Look, I used to do my Blog Talk Radio show from my phone. In fact, Blog Talk Radio, which I was on for 11 years and 700 episodes, up until 2020, I think it was. Blog Talk Radio, the way, and it may still be that way. I mean, though it still exists. You realize Blog Talk Radio, it is a phone call in show. In other words, if you have a show on there, you have to access it by phone. It can be your cell phone. It can be a Skype number. And I used my phone for a while. Till eventually I ended up just getting Skype to do it on Skype. Hey, Mr. Angel, what's up, Chef? Good to see you. So, and for a while there, I had this really crappy setup where I would have my flip phone and I would have it attached to a headset. I would rubber band it to a headset and do it from that. I know it sounds ridiculous, and it probably didn't sound very good. And I know it didn't sound very good. The sound was terrible. But it was that's what it was all about. Just to get out there and just to talk and hang out. So, yeah. Then eventually I started doing it on Skype. So, yeah, my last show, I had to do that using Skype. Because and we took phone calls on BTR. If a guest would have to call in by phone unless they did a Skype conference call with me. No problem, Mr. Angel. I understand that. It's just good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by to say hello. Everyone, the great Mr. Angel, the chef. I hope you're doing well. And have a good stream, whatever the stream is there. So Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes, right? So I'm no, I could do it from the phone. Yeah, well, Chris Purser, I still have a Skype thing. I've been meaning to get rid of it because I don't use it anymore. J-Man says you've been watching. You saw the film Skype. Was it called? Oh, Megan Skype. Megan, I've heard about that. You liked it? Looks like. I got you, Neon Knight. I see what you're saying. Sorry, I've got my phone was going off getting me fits there. I had to turn everything down. Snop, indeed. Minimus, this is here. J-Man. Not gory enough for you, huh, buddy? Man, J-Man, do they still make Fangoria magazine? Because you probably would be buying it if they did. Did you? By the way, I'm sure they still make that, right? I'll never forget, all those years in the 80s and 90s when I would go buy my new issue of Starlog. Starlog also produced Fangoria. And I would see Fangoria because it's just not my bag, baby. But I saw it. It was pretty, popular, I guess. So, yeah, I had a sub to Fangoria. I knew it. Hey, look at Eric. He's quoting Tombstone at me. So you had a sub to Fangoria. I knew it for years. Okay. So they still make that, I guess, or what? Okay, Deathray says they still make Fangoria. I got you. Okay. J-Man, my locker in high school was lined with all of the articles. Wow. Phantom Outsider says, soon Clobberin Times will tell us how I did a show on a boat with a goat in a box with a fox in a house with a mouse and and with the chalice from the palace. Don't forget that. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, what can you do? We'll get it worked out. Hopefully, the new computer will come in tomorrow or the next day. And it seemed to, like I say, it seems to be okay right now. When someone else comes on with me, at least the other night it was making a delay and stuff. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe it'll hold up fine. Hear me, baby. Hold together. Not like I had anything planned anyway. I wish I did, because now I don't know what to talk about. But I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to come on tonight. Phantom Outsider, I'm well aware it was Dr. Seuss. But what's wrong with throwing a little Danny Kaye in there? What's wrong with you? Fanty, sometimes I tell you what, when you just make me feel tired all over. Jamin said, hey, I'm seeing a Bollywood movie tomorrow in the theater, so I like that stuff too. Really? You have theaters that play those around you, J-Man? I don't think we have those here. I mean, when I say here, I mean, near where I am. I know they have them in the States. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Phantom Outsider. Neon Knight says, no, I'm not really sure of anything, Neon Knight, to be honest with you, but I think I was thinking it's the crappy computer, but I don't honestly know. We're gonna figure it out. I mean, Shooter, what's up, Shooter? Good to see you, buddy. Things seem more stable now, that's for sure, but they were bad for a couple of days. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. But you guys seem to be hearing me okay. So that's good. And we'll test it further. Like if anybody, later, if someone comes and hangs out later, hopefully tomorrow in the clubhouse, it'll be the same way. We'll be fine. But even if not, you'll have Raquel and Mark to listen to. So he said, yep, I have seen and own many Bollywood movies. They play them in the same theaters as Avatar. Okay. You didn't go, J-Man, you didn't go see Avatar 2, did you? Hey, no judgment, just saying. D-Bud says, I just got the Hammer horror film, The Mummy Shroud, rather. One of the stars of it is Roger Delgado, aka the one true master. That's right. I love Delgado. Wow, cool. Yep, knock on wood, buddy. You're right, Chris Persia. Yeah, see, Roger Delgado. I love Anthony Ainley, and he was I think I actually got to see Anthony Ainley first. But Roger Delgado is the master. I am usually referred to as the master, as he says. You will obey me. The master's the best. James says, of course I saw Avatar 2. I need give James my money. Sean and Steve came along too. You dragged those poor so longs with you? Wow. Yeah, because James really needs your money, J-Man. I mean, we don't, you only. How did that movie make $2 billion? How? Delgado is the master. Love him. Oh, yeah, man, look. Terror of the Autons is one of the greatest episodes. His first appearance, of course. Roger Delgado. Look, again, and here's the thing. I really do love Anthony Ainley, but he's kind of over the top when you think about it. He's like the Wile E. Coyote compared to his the master, but he's really great. Great actor. You got to love Anthony Ainley. Captain James T. Skywalker. But Delgado's just the king. He's the master. The master of the master. Wow. Captain James T. Skywalker says, I had an experience with Danny Kaye, and he was an ass. Really? That's the Danny Kaye? No kidding. Wow. That's a damn shame that, the guy was just what a superstar he was. He was a great star. Strange. Death Ray says, anyone checking out The Last of Us? It shot up here in Canada, getting decent reviews. I've not seen it. Death Ray, no. So I'm sure someone here, some of us here are watching it. Neon Knight says connection issues is what causing the trouble I was having. Well, I hope so. At least that's more correctable than what I got going. So thank you, Neon. I appreciate that. Glagnar, what's up, buddy? Not how, why. The first one was meh, a planet of giant nightcrawlers who can't port. What good is that? Nightcrawlers, I'm not sure what I don't follow you there, Fanty. A planet of giant nightcrawlers. Are you speaking of Avatar? Because I mean, if are you speaking of Avatar? Oh well. Anyway, I couldn't stand the first one, so there was no point to see. I think if you don't like the first one, you should make this your money unobtainium for the second one. But hey, apparently no one cares what I think because enough people went to see that thing. J-Man, you rascal, says The Last of Us. Is that about people still buying modern comics? Hey! Oh my. Avatar indeed. That's what I call it. J-Man for the win right there, bud. Yeah. There aren't many buying comics. I was with, like I said, some of the friends I saw tonight were people that were hardcore. They buy no matter what. and they're stopping the buying their comic buying habit now. Anecdotal, I know, but I mean, we're hearing it all over the place. Brian Hepburn says, I've had my Roger Delgado figure from Big Chief on order since January of 2021. I'm thinking I'll never get it to go with my Pertwee. Someone there needs to be an. So what's the deal? What's the deal with that, Brian? Is it held up? I mean, I think I've seen a picture of that figure. It's amazing. You're telling me it's Captain James T. Skywalker says, Clobby, was there a good FF comic book public recency? Yes and no. It's not. It's a comic book, but it's a hardcover, and it is recent. Back in around August. It's a book formatted thingy called Fantastic Four. Oh, wait a minute. It's by Alex Ross. Why am I drawing a blank on the name? I'm gonna. Oh, don't do this to me. Good Lord. I have pictures of it. I talked about it when it came out. I went nuts for it. Full circle. Thank you, J-Man. I'm an idiot. Admiral Teague, hey there. Admiral Teague says, why isn't Sean Patrick Flannery in Indiana Jones 5? I don't know. I do not know. Good question. But yes, Full Circle by Alex Ross. It's a great. There's like a hardcover. You can get it for, I think it was like $30 or something like that. I loved it. I thought it had the great feel of old real FF comics. It was. I mean, it's artwork unlike anything I've ever seen done by Alex Ross. And it doesn't look. It has almost like a look of those old black light posters in a sense, but not exactly. It takes place during the proper era. It feels like it's inserted into the old school era of the Kirby run of the Fantastic Four. So yes, there has been. That's aside from that, it hadn't been one in forever. Let's see. Khalil says, thankfully, I've only had one negative experience at a con like that, but it still left a less than stellar impression. To put it like that. What do you What are you referring to there, Steve? Maybe I missed a previous comment. I thought you were addressing me, but was I talking about a con, or we'll just go ahead and elaborate, if you will. Neon Knight says, I saw the first Avatar 15 years ago and was kind of bored with it. Well, Neon Knight, I got dragged to the theater to that one, and I hated it. And I agree, J-Man. FF Full Circle was the best release of 2022. Absolutely agree, sir, by far. Captain James Skywalker, yes, the first issue of Avengers War Across Time by Paul Levitz and Alan Davis. I got that a couple of weeks ago. Enjoyed the first issue. There are going to be 4 more. And it's not cheap now. It's like a $4.95 book or whatever, or $5.95. It's not cheap. But still, it's a chance to see some old school silvery Bronze Age-ness. And so far, I like it. I'm interested. I can't wait for the next issue. Steven says, it's always disappointing when you meet a celebrity and they're far from nice. I don't expect to meet the character they betray on screen, but still. Oh, just reposted my early comment. Oh, that one. Which one? Okay. Was someone talking about? Oh, you were talking about celebrities earlier. Huh. Well, there you go. Okay, I still wasn't really sure exactly what you were talking about. But you know what, Admiral Teague? I have no idea why Sean Patrick Flannery's not in that. I guess they don't really care about him. Where is Sean Patrick Flannery? What does he even do anymore? Does he even act? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, since Boondock Saints, I know who's in that. He may have even been in the sequel. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I got you. Yeah, the I see, Steven. I'm sorry about that. You know, I'm senile, and I don't get to see all the. Yeah, I see now what you're saying. I didn't make the connection. My. Sorry, now. But yeah, look, hey, comics. What are you gonna do? Comics are over. Of course, that's not true. They're just transitioning into a new venues and new, you know. Yes, Admiral Teague, I did like some of those younger Indiana Jones. They're pretty cool. So, yeah, I just can't get into the mainstream comics, folks. However, if Alex Ross would come out with a few more of those. However, I think Wagner disagrees. Wagner says, I was a little disappointed in the story in FF Full Circle. I thought they crammed too much into it. Annihilus, Janice, and Ricardo Jones. It felt it should have been a miniseries. Well, I can't entirely disagree with that. I mean, it did feel like they hurried it along a little bit. But Ross was limited to that format. So I didn't mind it because I loved the way it looked and because it actually felt like I was reading seeing a real Fantastic Four comic. I didn't mind. I don't disagree with you entirely, but I don't mind that too much. I thought the story was still decent and competent. Probably could have been longer. But see, the thing is, I don't want a miniseries. I kind of prefer short stories or one-offs. I mean, I would like to see, for example, I don't mind him wrapping that one up. And if he does another book, I would like to see it done with the same art, set with the same team. Then I guess if he wants to stick in the negative zone for the fun of it, for his visuals, I don't know. But I would like to see him do another story. And I don't mind a shorter, more contained story. The miniseries has kind of got old to me in a sense. Dave, what's up, Dave? No worries, Clobberin. I understand that. Oh, the chat. Well, yes, chat does move on there. Yeah. Admiral Teague says, I loved Young Indiana Jones. And there's 2 episodes with Harrison. I thought there was only 1 episode of Harrison. That's called The Mystery of the Blues. They have 2 formats, 12-year-old Indy and 20-year-old Indy. Yeah. And then, of course, there was also 90-year-old Indy. And some of those openers that Lucas got rid of because he's an idiot. Darius, what's up? But I did enjoy Young Indy. Yeah, so yeah. Let's see. I didn't need to see what happened to Janice. Yeah, me either. Me either, Guagnar. I'm with you on that one, sir. Hello, Michelle. Michelle O'Rourke Johansson. Hello there. Good to see you, dear. Hope you and the family are doing well. Yes, so yeah, I'm glad everything's holding up so far. We're still holding good. Our warp reactor's holding so far under this the stress. I'm checking the warp core every second because you never know when there's going to be that breach like there was last couple of weeks. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that thing. So let's see here. What in the There we go. I'm afraid to touch anything with this thing now. I'm like gunshot. I'm afraid to open other windows or do anything that would affect how I'm being heard. So I won't even open anything up. Stoned but not alone. Hello there. What's up? I didn't see you pop in there. This thing, this chat's weird. Oh man, somebody pops up and I don't see him at first. Hope I didn't miss anyone else. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Wednesday night? I'm sure see, my chat's being wonky again. There we go. Oh, cripes. No. What is on everyone's it's got to be geek related though, that I can speak to tonight. Death Ray says, once Indiana Jones is done, I wish they'd do a proper Rocketeer reboot series. You know, Death Ray, I would respectfully disagree. I don't want them to redo Rocketeer ever. Well, J-Man said, I just don't trust them with. I don't like reboots anyway. So we don't agree on that one, buddy. But that's okay. I started watching Wednesday, Tuesday. Coincidence? Yeah. Not sure if anyone liked it. Looks so cool so far. Looks cool so far. I've heard it was good. Everyone really likes Wednesday so far there, J-Man. So I was thinking about giving it a look. I got to get I haven't used Netflix in so long. I still have it, but I have to sign back into it. And I couldn't sign into it last night because if you let it go so long, it wants you to sign back in. And I forgot. I have to get my son to help me re-sign back into the sucker. Not that I need it that much. Probably going to get rid of Netflix, to be honest. What's up, Donnie Pearson? Oh, Neon Knight, you're snowed in. Oh my goodness. See, down here in the Bayou State, as you think you know, Neon Knight, we don't get a lot of snow. So I've never known what it's like to be snowed in. But we are getting some cool weather. Let's see here. How cold is it right now? Well, it's 46. For us, that's cold. Kyle says, before 2012, I would have been okay with a Rocketeer reboot, but with what Disney has turned out now, I hope they never remake that movie. I wouldn't have been. I love that movie so much. I would never be okay with a remake of any movie that I love. I mean, Steven, so Khalil, we're not on the same page on that one, buddy. I hate remake, just in principle. To me, a remake is an insult. To me, if it's something I love, hello, Leia Rose. Good to see you there, my dear. Welcome. Well, Michelle, I wish you good luck on the launch of your book. We'll all be rooting for you. I've seen what you were writing there, and I understand you're nervous, but also good luck with it, and just take heart, dear. And hey, like you said, you're excited and nervous, so that's a good combination. You're good there. You're good. But yeah, look, on the subject of remakes, I mean, I get nuts about them. I hate them. For the most part, you could chop off one of my hands and I have plenty of fingers left to count the remakes that I actually begrudgingly love or even like. I think they're the ultimate in insults. Again, 90 some odd % of the time when you hold up the original next to the remake, it's not even close which one is better. In my opinion, just opinion. And The Rocketeer didn't need a remake. It just needed a sequel, and they waited too damn long. Donnie says, somehow I plan to relive the 90s Rocketeer movie on Disney Plus. It is on there. I know that if that's what you mean. If you mean to rewatch it, or... But I love the 90s Rocketeer movie. I have no use for any remake personally. Again, it's just me. They did a stupid cartoon of it where they changed it to some girl, and I think Disney did some kind of silly kids cartoon about that. It's not even applicable, really. I know it from. So yes, I know Neon. I know you're from this area as well, but it's cheaper. But it's cheaper after Katrina. Yeah, we got snow, not so bad. I just don't go out in it. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Well, I remember Katrina well, sir. Well, there you go. My friend Dearest says, I disagree. Remakes are fine. Think of him as a new director in the cast doing a play when it's when you try and replace the older version that's a problem. I disagree with that. A remake shows that you have no originality of your own. You're taking someone else's stuff and just reworking it. And then you, of course, throw your own little wrinkles in there because you want to feel like you've done something. I think a remake is usually done by a hack with no talent, unless they're just somebody trying to break in. I have no respect for remakes. DJ Ronnie G, hello there. So, Dearest, we disagree on that. Remakes are always, again, the proof is in the pudding. When you put up the original to the remake, 9 times out of 10, it's just, they never hold up. So I think remakes they're shallow. I think they're mindless. I hate everything. I hate the very idea of them for the most part. And but I will say, Dearest, that I believe there's an exception to every rule, because sometimes if you remake something that the original was based on, the original took liberties with the material it was adapting. Sometimes it works okay. For example, Howard Hawks' The Thing from Another World is a great movie. But so is John Carpenter's. And I love John Carpenter's even more. It does kind of adapt the hello, Keely Chow, Roll Tide. John Carpenter's The Thing does adapt the original short story more. It's just, and so I love it. I got to admit, I love it. But for the most part, 90 some odd % of the movies that I've seen the original of and I've seen the remake of, there's almost no compare. Almost all the time, the remake is just a pale imitation. So, I just don't. I don't like it. I think it. I would be. Unfortunately, I don't work in Hollywood. I actually used to want to. I was an aspiring Hollywood writer once, and if I were a director or someone like that directed a remake just to get into the bizwax, I guess maybe I would do it or whatever. I'd be embarrassed. Like, I remade something that good, especially if it's something that's really, really good and really well loved. I see what you said, Khalil. Absolutely. And there's some exceptions. I'm not an absolutist. But sometimes if something's based in other fiction and they have multiple versions on it, Dearest makes a good point here. Let me put it this way. How many versions of Robin Hood are there? Each one is its own thing, and most of them respect the original folklore. Same with Romeo and Juliet. That's all. J.T. Kirk, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, and that's what I said. There are exceptions, but still, Errol Flynn's is the only one I care about. I can't think of any other Robin Hood movie that ever does anything for me other than Errol Flynn's. But because that's based on a certain, like, a folklore, then I don't mind. Like, for example, there have been multiple Sherlock Holmes, multiple Draculas. Oh, I'm not talking about things coming from books that have been adapted, comic books or whatever, over and over again. I'm actually mostly referring to things like, for example, RoboCop, It's a Wonderful Life, just to name two right there that have been remade. And I'm going, why are you doing this? Fright Night, Total Recall. Again, you can do any remake you want to do. I'm just saying, usually some films are so good they just don't need to be touched. And I'm just saying, on balance, I don't really respect a remake that much. I just don't. I mean, does that mean they're all bad? No, most of the time they're just not. It's not even a question of being bad. They're just really they're just not really as good as the original most of the time. Well, Daffy Duck, of course, that's different, D-Bud. But multiple versions of a whole bunch of a character that's from something else, I think that's a little bit different. And I do see what you're saying, Darius. I totally understand what you're saying. I just want to leave room for people to do their own thing after a film is the child of the stage and plays. No, well, I got you. I understand. There are different takes on different stories. I really understand where you're coming from there, dearest. I do. I guess I'm coming at it from a standpoint is there's certain things that I'll rephrase, in fact, in deference to you. There are many things that just don't need to be remade. And then there are many things that you can reinterpret. What I hate is when people say this is a reimagining. So what I really hate, I guess what I'm saying is I think I really hate reboots more than remakes. This is a difference. For example, Star Trek is one thing. Gene Roddenberry's vision from 1966 into the next generation, even, and then later it was bequeathed to Rick Berman and Brandon Braga and those guys and Ronald D. Moore. They did their own things with them. Now, I don't like a lot of the things they did, but it's still, because it was still Gene's universe, it passes into real Star Trek universe. And then after even 2005, after Enterprise, it's over. It stops. Then when Jar Jar Abrams comes along in 2009 and reboots the original characters and all that stuff, it stops being Star Trek. And of course, not just because it's a horribly bad movie, it is. And everything after it with the name Star Trek on it is horrible and bad to me. Maybe I shouldn't even call those a remake. Maybe they're just a reboot's the right term. That's what I hate. I hate that. That's something that's loathsome and despicable to me because they are dumping all over something better that was out there. Whereas you could do, hello there, Glenzer. Good to see you. Whereas you could do the occasional 1982 thing or the 1986 Fly, as Glenzer points out. And they're remakes that, they stand the test of time. They're actually really good. But I don't consider necessarily those to be reboots. And also they're very rare. They're like endangered species. You don't see them very often. You rarely see a remake that is better than any classic film. Look, I'm sorry. It works sometimes, but RoboCop, 40 years from now, 20 years from now, 40, whatever, when someone talks about RoboCop, they're going to talk about the Paul Verhoeven movie with Peter Weller. And then, in the conversation, someone might say, didn't they do a remake of that back in the 2000s, teens or whatever? And somebody will go, yeah, I think so. Wasn't Michael Keaton in that thing or something? And then you're going to move on and keep talking about the real deal. Indeed, dearest. Indeed. So most of the time, like, for example, a lot of people don't even know there's a remake of It's a Wonderful Life, and there's a reason for that. It's a Wonderful Life didn't need to be touched. And I like what J-Man said here. The RoboCop remake can go F itself. Indeed it can. And what the hell is with Rod Roddenberry? Yeah, he's a hack he's running with the money, dude. But nothing after 2005 is legitimate Trek to me. It's got the word Star Trek on it. It's a brand, and that's that, because I can't do anything about it, but I don't have to accept it. Captain Skywalker says, hypothetically, if Star Trek continues from Paramount and not fans, would you accept it? I think it would be tough for me. Probably not, Captain Skywalker, but only because. All right, J-Man, have a good one, buddy. Only because I can never really accept anyone else playing those characters. I've watched that and I like it. So maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. It's tough to say. It's just, I don't know, man. Even if those guys were better actors, I'm not nothing against them. God bless them. I really love what their love for Star Trek led them to do. I don't know. It'd be tough for me. I got to tell you that, Kat. I'd be really on the fence about it, but I would, I guess maybe I would. I don't know. It would still be recasting, and I'm not for recasting of certain characters, and I'll tell you why in a second here. Kelly says on that we completely agree. Clobberin, a remake is when they stay true to the spirit of the original while introducing the property to a new audience. Reimaginings, however, do not. I call reimaginings de-imaginings. Bush McFadden, hey there. What's good to see you, my friend. Here's kind of where I stand on that, Captain James C. Skywalker. One of the biggest reasons why not the only reason why Jar Jar Abrams trash is filth and not really Star Trek, but one of them is, and this is my lay of land on remakes of like recastings. Anybody can play Superman or Batman or James Bond or Sherlock Holmes or name your literary Tarzan. Name your literary character. And I'm fine with that. But these characters who were created on a TV show for a TV show, such as the Star Trek, let's just use the Star Trek characters since we were already talking about them. Captain James T. Kirk was created by Gene Roddenberry and William Shatner, and a few other writers helped, of course. I consider that almost like a collaborative creation because that character didn't start in books or anything, or comics, or anything like that. He started on TV. For that character to be conceptualized and created, for me to watch something again, it's fine. For example, anybody can play Superman, and you might like one guy better than the next, but anybody can play him. I love George Reeves. I love Christopher Reeve. They're both Superman to me. I love Adam West, and I love Kevin Conroy. They're both Batman to me, to name a couple of guys, However, James C. Kirk starts and stops with William Shatner as far as the performance is concerned. Nobody else will ever play an adult Kirk. Obviously, they didn't know what the hell they were doing with the stupid Jar Jar Abrams trash and Abominations, because he was supposed to be young Kirk, and that's one thing, but young Kirk wasn't a captain by then in real canon. It's just trash. And like JT Kirk says here, Jar Jar Abrams' Abominations are not Star Trek because it tries to fundamentally change something. If you went back and changed Moby Dick to be about a kid's birthday party, it's no longer Moby Dick. Exactly. And Simply Steve, good to see you. And Jar Jar Abrams' trash has no Star Trek heart, no Star Trek soul, no Star Trek intelligence. It's Fast and the Furious with spaceships. It has nothing. It's mindless garbage pap. And the thing it has least is the original actors, because again, I know they're too old. Star Trek, it's the antithesis of Star Trek. Star Trek is about going forward. They should have made a new crew and made it on television. Don't go back and recast the old people. So because these characters were created on television by Shatner and Nimoy and DeForest Kelley and James Doohan and Nichelle Nichols and Walter Koenig and George Takei, and of course, Gene Roddenberry and Dorothy Fontana and Gene L. Kuhn and so forth and so on. These characters were a collaborative, creative effort on a television show. Nobody can ever personify. No one ever can play these characters to my satisfaction. So Star Trek Continues, while it's cool, I'll watch it and enjoy it, but it'll be tough for me to accept it. But maybe just because it shows love, maybe I would give it the pass, but I just can't really. It's tough to get into it when it's somebody else playing these characters, even if they were like top-notch actors. There is only one Kirk. That's right. So it's this different. The characters of Kirk and crew are different from the superheroes. So that's just where it come from on it. So I can't. It's tough for me. It was a good question. That's a really good question there, Captain James C. Skywalker. I've never really thought about it. It's tough, man. It's a tough one. I certainly admit that. Not easy because I love what Vic Mignogna and those guys, the Trek fan films. Again, one of the best things about those things for me is it proves that fans do better work than these idiot Hollywood morons. Because fans do, when the fans do Star Trek, they do it out of love. Would you accept Star Trek Continues as a reenactment of the original Cruise Adventures? That's how I see Trek Continues. Well, it's not reenacting episodes. They do their own episodes. I see it as legit Trek in a lot of ways. And it's far more legit than that Hollywood shit. So, yeah. I truly love what they do with Star Trek Continues and the other fan films. I'm just saying, it's tough for me to get away from anyone else being those characters than the original crew. And again, any characters created on television are different from characters created in other mediums. That's just me. Not everyone has to agree. I can only speak for myself. Remember here, as I've always said, I only have one opinion. I only own one opinion, and that's my own. I don't dictate anyone else's. Just tell you mine. I just tell you mine, and we don't have to agree. But yes, I'll be the master. I'm the master, and you must obey me, and you must agree with me. Nah, you don't, because I can't force you anyway, can I? I could try, like, agree with me, agree with me. Nope, you're still not agreeing. Well, there you go. Oh, well, I tried. Can't say I didn't try. But, yeah. What can you do? It's over, man. Trek is done. What I kind of like, and the people who kind of cling to the rotting corpse of Star Trek, I said this many times. If any of you have seen the movie Shaun of the Dead, the scene at the end of the film, spoiler alert, Shaun of the Dead, I'm spoilering the ending, where of course his best buddy throughout the movie, played by Nick Frost, who was hilarious, got bit by a zombie. And turned into one, of course. And the last scene shows Shaun, the world got back to normal. They saved everything. And he couldn't deal with just killing his friend and putting him out of his misery. So he keeps his friend chained up out in the shed where he's a rotting, zombified version of him. And they could play video games and all this stuff. But it's not really his friend anymore. He's just keeping the corpse alive because he can't bear to be without him. If anyone of you remember that, you know what I'm talking about. That's, to me, is what you do when you try to cling to the Jar Jar Abrams trash and the Alex Klutchman filth. None of that Star Trek. Yeah, you remember that one, Bush? And that's what fans who cling to the Jar Jar Abrams garbage and they it's like a saying you used to have called any old Trek called Trek. They'll suck up anything called Star Trek. They'll just, lumber up to the trough and suck it up. And I can't do that. I mean, look, wouldn't you rather your friend be at peace than have to see them and turn into, to have to watch them degenerate like that? Better it be ended than the corpse that the zombified corpse that Star Trek is now, that Doctor Who is now, that Star Wars is now. I mean, wow, the big three are all zombified corpses now, unfortunately. And if you're unfortunate like me to be fans of all three of those, it really sucks. If you're only a fan of one or two, you know the pain already. But Dearest, you made a good point earlier. Well, The Magnificent Seven is a remake adaptation of The Seven Samurai. It takes the core story and does same thing. I think something new with it without stepping on the toes of the original. That was by design, as you may or may not know, and you probably know. That The Magnificent Seven. That was the studio right after Seven Samurai become a big film. They paid Akira Kurosawa and that production company to use their script and just turn that script into a Western. I've never considered it exactly a remake. It may have been a reimagining in the only good sense of the term that could ever be used. But it reinterpreted the story into another genre, and they paid to do so. They didn't even rip anybody off so much. And I love The Magnificent Seven is one of my favorite all-time movies. And Seven Samurai is great too, of course. So, but I hear what you're saying. I love The Magnificent Seven, and there's an example of something that, hey, it worked out. And then Battle Beyond the Stars came around, as Wagner says, and he said that's also, they didn't. I don't know if they. I doubt Roger Corman paid. Hello, Claude Sally. I doubt Roger Corman paid Akira Kurosawa, but he did basically. Now I would call that kind of a ripoff. I love Battle Beyond the Stars, but it's kind of a ripoff of Seven Samurai. But again, he put it into another medium. Dearest said this week on a stream, someone said that Picard season 3 will suck fans back in, which might allow Klutzman to stay. It'll suck, all right. It'll suck, all right. But you know what, Dearest? I think I have to say that knowing the way fans are, I think they're fickle enough. I think it could happen. It looks like garbage to me, but that won't stop them. They'll get to see those. The only want to see is they don't care. They just want nostalgia berries and member berries, and they'll suck it up. Yeah, I mean, it looks terrible. The trailer I saw looks awful. Granted, I'm prejudiced because I hate the first two seasons. So, but this looks as cringy and shitty as the first two seasons. But because it has the old crew in there, they're gonna suck it up. I think so. I think that's probably the case, Dearest. Just like, look, that's why I hate Strange New Worms. It's a piece of dog crap to me. It shits all over Trek worse than the other ones. And people like it. People who didn't like STD or P-Hard inexplicably like that piece of garbage. And I hate it. It dumps all over Star Trek worse. So stupid. And see, I don't agree with you. Let's see. Captain Skywalker says the three Abrams Treks are far more Star Trek than STD, P-Hard. Lower decks have not seen any of Strange New Worms. I don't think they're far more. I think they're just as bad. In fact, they're just as horrible to me. Clobby, what was that Bruce Willis gangster movie that was based on Seven? Was that Last Man Standing or something? I don't know for sure. Was that it, Boosh? I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah. Dara says, similar to how Batman fans who are also Snyder fans watch The Batman and proved that Snyder DC did not hold much water, and proved that Snyder DC did not hold much water, is what he says. Okay, let's see here. Boo says, how can anyone like STD? Honestly, it never seems to go away, and it's annoying. So many people have been. They still make that crap, or is that over? Is STD done, by the way? Donnie says, yet I would say that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, once and always, Cosmic Fury, and the final season of Cobra Kai would be pretty much better than all the current Star Trek shows combined. Well, that wouldn't be tough. Are we? At least we're getting one more season of Cobra Kai, right? Oh yeah, Death Ray. Yeah, Last Man Standing, directed by Walter Hill. You know, there's a guy that remade his own movies all the time. I like Walter Hill, man, but didn't he make like the same movie 2 or 3 times, like Red Heat, and then he did it again? No, he did. He did 48 Hours, and he did Red Heat. Yeah, but he did Commando. I like Walter Hill. I mean, yeah, it's great, but. Oh, they've got another season of STD coming out, do they? Yeah, buddy. Can't wait to miss it. Shooter says, still haven't seen the Batman. Is it worth it? Well, there are a lot of schools of thought on that, Shooter. I got to tell you, I did not care much for it. Hey there, Oliver Belamonte. I personally, hey, Diesel, good to see you. I'll answer that in a second. Let's see here. The Batman, the sparkly bat, I'm sorry. I really wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to be as fair as I could. And I did. I went and I watched it all 3.5 hours, 30 hours of it or whatever. It's just too much in there that I didn't like. I mean, I didn't mind the kid that much. When he's Batman, he's kind of okay. There's some all right bits. It's a good soundtrack in a sense. It's a little overbearing at times. I hated the Riddler in it. I didn't really like Catwoman in it. I didn't like Penguin like everyone else did. Some of the stuff with Batman is okay. At least he's mostly Batman. But it had so much shit in there I just don't like. I want my Batman a certain way. When I don't get my Batman a certain way, I get a little grumpy. And I didn't like it much. Very mixed opinions on Neurotic Geeks and Gamers. Midnight says, yeah, a lot of mixed opinions on the Batman. I don't. I'm a Batman freak, and I guess I usually call all of the live action movies, including the Nolan ones, Batman for dummies. I know it's mean. You could just say Batman for novices. I mean, yeah. Eric K says, I hated the Batman. I thought it was a piece of hot garbage. I know the FNT people liked it. Yeah, I can't say I liked it. I mean, I wanted to, but they got too much dumb crap in it, and it's long and it's boring in so many ways. Yeah, D-Bud's right. Adam West is Batman. Diesel says, have you seen Tulsa King? It's pretty good, especially if you like Stallone. I've not seen it yet. Perhaps I shall one day. I hear it's very good. A lot of friends are watching it. Oliver Belamonte says, Clobby, DC Comics plans to make Lois Lane as the new editor-in-chief at the Daily Planet. Perry White acquires a partial stroke after he had an altercation with Lex on the identity of Superman. Oh, my God. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there saying it's about damn time that patriarchal monster Perry White be taken out. I also hated The Batman, says JT Kirk. Far too long, far too visually dark. Soundtrack was way too intrusive and bland. It was intrusive. It was kind of obnoxious, to be honest with you. I mean, it was interesting at first. Then it got weird. I hated the Riddler. I mean, he's awful. He's freaking terrible in that movie. Cloudy, it would have been anyone. It could have been anyone in the role of the Batman, other than the suit. How is he like Batman? Yeah. Here's the one thing that I thought that they got kind of right. At least 70 to 75% of it is actually him running around in the costume doing stuff, which most of the time it's all about the secret identity. You don't get any Batman stuff. That said, it's not really remarkable Batman stuff he's doing. So you kind of, and I'm sick to death of them screwing around with the Waynes and making Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne all these bad things and trashing them. Let me tell you something. Idiot Hollywood jackasses. Thomas and Martha Wayne have but one job in the Batman origin. One. And this, I know they didn't come up with this. This has been done in comics. This goes for you two jackasses at DC Comics, okay? They have but one job, and that is to get shot in Crime Alley to inspire Batman to be Batman, and that is freaking it. Stop bringing them back. Stop dragging their names through the mud. Stop giving them shit where you make Thomas Wayne a questionable character and Martha Wayne a Looney Tune. Go to hell with that crap, you jackass idiots. It sucks. It's embarrassing. It doesn't belong with anything to do with the Batman origin. Screw off with that stuff. DC and Marvel. DC, well, Marvel does crap too. DC and Hollywood, leave the Waynes alone. Real Wade Nation. Good to see you. So when you do that, that was when I'm sitting there watching The Batman. That was one of the things that really pissed me off. And I know that they didn't start it, but they got it from shitty comics. But I hate that crap. I can nail down who started that crap in comics, and it sucks. Oh boy, you got that's an old one there. As a gearhead says, Neon Knight. I didn't like Fury Host either. You mean Mad Maxine? Mad Maxine, I hated that movie. Back when I was doing my show when that came out, man, we had a ball blasting that sucker. And there were other ones loved it, but us. But me and a couple of friends of mine, I should say. Dira says, I've been finding comics written by Harlan Ellison. He did write a few. Have you checked out IDW's comic based on Ellison, original script for The City on Edges Forever? I have. And I've also, even way before they did that comic in the 70s, they had this book called Six Science Fiction Plays, which published Ellison's original screenplay for City on the Edge of Forever. And it's not good. I love the original episode. It's not Trek. I mean, the story is not good, and it's not Trek. It was interesting that they did that comic book, though, by IDW. I have it. It's pretty cool. But yes, I do have that one. Ellison, he wrote a couple of Batman stories for DC. He wrote a Hulk story for Marvel. He was a comic book fan. I'm glad we all agree now. Yeah, Fury Road is a piece of crap. It was Mad Maxine is what I called it. Screw that crap. And it's a shame they wasted. What a waste. What a waste, because it had really great effects and action scenes and stuff. It's just that, Max is a hood ornament for the first half hour of the movie. And he's a pansy the whole time. And it's all about, it's a girl power garbage. I hate that movie, man. It was boring. It was stupid. And back then, when that came out, I can't remember what year it was, everyone was going nuts over it. Mad Maxine, the hell with that. James T. Skywalker says, the Waynes need to be good people and good parents for Bruce to be who he becomes. Yes. And all they need to do is die. They die in the opening of his origin, and that is that. Dredging him up the way they and dumping all over him sucks. Yeah, I haven't thought about that movie in forever. Someone mentioned Mad Maxine. God, yeah. Oh, we had a field because again, everyone loved that stupid movie back then. 8 years ago, says Persia. Everyone was going nuts over that movie. Remember that? I don't know. Do you all remember how many thought it was the greatest thing ever? Some freaking reason. Dear says, I think I saw them at the comic shop. I did pick up a Batman issue by him and a two-part story as an indie series. Don't remember if it was Dream Court or not. He also did. They also did a comic book adaptation of the old Harlan Ellison story, which was based on a movie called A Boy and His Dog. But the story was called Vic and Blood. There's a comic with Richard Corbin doing the art. Hello there, Tiger Stripes. Tiger Stripes says, I liked the Batman. I'm a Pattinson fan. It was fledgling Batman, early Batman. I didn't love it. It kind of drives me nuts when they take a good-looking actor and ugly him up. Penguin. Oh, you mean like Colin Farrell? I got you. So Tiger Stripes liked it, and there were people who liked it. No question about it. I didn't care much for it. Some people here hated it, but there's one vote that liked it, and I've talked to a lot of people, Tiger Stripes, that did like it. Oh yeah. Yes, and there's a Vic and Blood comic that came out back in the 80s or 90s, whatever it was, with Richard Corbin art. Boo said, didn't Mad Maxine Farty Road win Oscars? Yeah, I think so. I thought it was some stuff was some great fun, but overall too, yeah. I think it did. Boosh, I'm not sure now. Maybe. Yeah, I like The Boy and His Dog with Don Johnson. I don't know when the remake's coming out. Just kidding. Well, they might do. I don't know if they do a remake of that now. Deer says Fury Road did have a dope car chase, a doof warrior with his backup drummers who got the rhythm and the pounding soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, look, it had great action scenes. Yeah, so. Well, you got company here. Star Trek 09, the Jar Jar Abrams filth is what helped me, what made me start this show in 09 Neon Night. I started it to war on fake Trek crap, and I've been doing it ever since. So you're not alone. You said everyone loved it except you. I had that feeling for a while too, other than a couple of my close friends. But the fight got fought right here, so you were in good company, buddy. Well, I don't know how good a company I am, but I'm just saying you had allies that hate that, you know. It's trashy, filthy garbaggio. And I don't think they're going to make another one of those Battinson movies. They might. I don't know. I'm not so sure they're going to make another one. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. But I'm not sure. Who knows? And should I even care at this point? Because, I've agreed to... what is wrong with me? I don't know why I did. God bless them. I really appreciate the invite. I've been invited to go on a cool channel in a couple of weeks when Wasp makes fun of Ant-Man for 2 hours, as J-Ben likes to call it, comes out. I've agreed to review that and go on Comics Division's channel that night it comes out. So yeah, I got to go sit through that stupid ass. I got to go sit through another MCU classic to review it. But what the hell? I was going to bring a friend of mine to see it anyway. He wants to go. Yeah. Boost, you can see who's Holt. Oliver says actor John Cryer has been replaced by Michael Cudlitz. Is it Cudlitz? Of Walking Dead as Lex Luthor. Return a season of Superman and Lois. Okay, they're still bringing that back, are they? I hear you there, Neon Knight. A YouTube video about it? No, I've done very few YouTube videos. I just do live streams there, JC Skywalker, but I talk about it enough. I mean, more than I should probably. So John Cryer was playing. I knew, was he playing? I knew he played Luther on Supergirl. Was he playing her on Was he playing him on Superman and Lois? Wagner. On a more positive note, have you read the new back issue magazine in front of with Nick Fury? No, I'm about to order it. I will be ordering it soon. I always order, like, I wait a couple of issues pile up and then I order them. But Wagner, you know I love me some TwoMorrows. They got some problem with their shipping system right now that's aggravated them. There's something wrong with their mailing system that's messed up. I'm not sure what the hell. They got to get that fixed. I don't know what's wrong with them. Hopefully they'll get that taken care of. But I'm gonna order that issue soon. I love back issue magazine. That's my favorite. I love it, man. Apparently you're telling me it's a good one. Huh? It just came out. I know it just came out this week or last week. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. So he played him on. I know he played him on Supergirl, which I couldn't stand. Okay. Well, like a fool, I watched the first season of Supergirl, and then that was enough to make me sick. I couldn't watch any more of it. So, Phantom Outsider says my theory on Ant-Man gets yelled at in the quadraphonic sound. Quadraphonic sound is at some point Rudd will have to grow, shrink without his helmet. That will make it where, like Hank, he can no longer be Ant-Man, but he won't die. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna. Why me? Why did I got a friend of mine who likes to go see those things, so it's a good chance to go hang out. But I do not hold out a whole lot of hope for it. That's all. Not a lot of hope. Yep, he was in Superman 4 as Lenny Luthor. Eric K., you're probably right there, dude. Yeah, I hear you, Donnie. Yeah, I remember him from that. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? I guess they thought it was cute to cast him as Lenny Luthor. I mean, as Lex, since he played Lenny. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, what are they gonna do? So it's weird. A live action Batman like the animated series would be good, says Neon Knight. Not today with the way they make things, but ordinarily, all things being equal, sure. We almost, I think we dodged one major bullet. I mean, a lot of people are talking about that horrible Velma filthy trash that's out right there, and I don't blame them. But somehow, some way, it looks like, I don't know how we managed this. I don't know how we got this lucky, and maybe I shouldn't count our chickens. Maybe I'm being premature, but I think we dodged the bullet of because there was a Bruce Timm who was just going off the deep end, and Jar Jar Abrams were going to make a revival of the old Kevin Conroy Batman the Animated Series. Of course, you all know, unfortunately, we lost our dear departed Kevin Conroy. We lost just a few months back, but they were going to be bringing it back, and it looks like, I don't know, it got shelved. It doesn't look like it's going to happen now, from what I understand. And I thank you. We do not need, any other time, in any other, if you'd said, hey, man, Bruce Timm's going to bring back Batman the Animated, Batman series. What? Oh yeah, I'm on that. I'm all over that. No, but now, of course, it'll be the animated woke ass trashy series. No, we don't need this. We don't need it. And it's just a shame we're at a point like that, isn't it? That we're at a point to dread something like that you would think that you'd be all over it. But alas, you don't want to look forward to something like that. You want to dread it. So I was dreading it, and I'm like, it looks like it's not going to happen. Thank you. We don't need that. We don't need a Batman the Animated Series revamp to just taint the other one. It was such a great show. The animated series was such a great series. Leave it alone. Don't do it now. But again, that doesn't mean it won't happen. But it looks like, I mean, if it doesn't have even Tim, I don't want it. I want him near it. And if it doesn't have Jar Jar Abrams involved, then okay, good. Oh, good Lord. But that's a small mercy because we're still getting a lot of other crap. You know the weird one that I don't know. I've got all these comic book movies coming out this year, I guess. Remember when it used to be? I mean, I got to admit, I used to be one of them. Just sort of within the past, about decade, I used to be one that kind of looked forward to the Marvel movies. Not obviously, I hate the DC movies, but I looked forward to the Marvel movies. I don't know if any of you did. For a few years there, after Iron Man, the original, and then when the Avengers blew up, and I looked for every year. Let's see who's coming next, and they were good and not so good to varying degrees. Now to have to dread them, because I've been dreading them since this new, actually since these TV shows have been so horrible. These Marvel Disney minus TV shows, and now since these freaking movies have been so terrible. I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home was okay. That's the outlier. It was Sony's involvement was involved in it, though. But even though Disney did distribute it, I do believe. But point being, aside from that, it's been horrible. So now I'm just at that point. Like, hey, Lisa, you're never late, dear. It's lovely to see you. Been a day, I see, eh? Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope it wasn't too bad of a day. Hope we can help you out. Stretch back and relax and just feel as if we're just hanging out. Thank you, Eric K, for the $5 super chat, buddy. You're too kind, man. He says, who is looking forward to the Velma treatment Batman series? No. It'll happen. Look, no, I'm saying that. It could happen. Let's just say it could happen. Captain Skywalker says, did B. Tim do something you didn't like? Yes, he's done a bunch of things that I don't like. He has done, first of all, he says a lot of stupid shit, but he's mostly Justice League Gods and Monsters. I hated his Justice League Fatal 5 thing. He's kind of mostly just been a consultant over DC animation, and it's gotten really crappy. He did that. They had a movie, one of those animated features straight to DVD in DC animated movies that had it brought back it was about Harley Quinn and Ivy, and it was had Kevin Conroy. It was a continuation of Batman. It was considered to be continuing from Batman the Animated Series, and it was vile and disgusting, full with a bunch of sick sexual jokes and stuff. It was totally inappropriate for a Batman straight to anime, and a straight to video feature. Same with Justice League Gods and Monsters, his dumb Justice League Fatal 5. He's been in charge of a lot of really messed up DC animated things that pissed me off personally as a fan. And then, I got problems with him. Shooter says, I was there with you, Clobby. Went and saw almost all of them up into the end game. Yep. If they were still good, I probably would go see them again. I'd be excited too, but can't be excited anymore. I can't get excited about these things anymore. Agree, Clobby. Even in the 80s and 90s, when the trades would go Spider-Man in development, I would say, yeah, cool. Can't wait to see that. Yeah. Now who cares? Because it just, I don't know. Oh, there was also, they ruined the Judas contract. Everything they've been doing in those DC animated movies for the most part. Clobby, the Injustice animated movie from last year was terrible. Yeah, I hear that. That Harley thing was horrible. Not just the car. She also has her own series, which is terrible. I don't know how much of that's to be blamed on Tim or not. But Justice League Gods and Monsters was his. And that Harley Batman Harley movie, or whatever, I forgot the name of it now, was atrocious. It had some disgusting crap in there that you wouldn't want associated with Batman the animated series. It's vile. And he would have really ruined. Tim's I don't know, man. What can I say? Agreed. Tim was good when he had people like Paul Dini, Martin Pasco, Michael Reeves, and to write and constrain his vision. That's it. Yeah, and a couple other guys too. Dwayne McDuffie, and some other names that escape me at the moment. It's called Batman and Harley Quinn. Is that the name of it? Yeah. It's just, if that's it was a feature. It wasn't like that TV series she does, which is also horrific. I can't believe they're still making that stupid Harley Quinn TV. A cartoon, regular cartoon. And then the Fatal 5 one sucked. Because again, what was so wrong with that? You have I love the Legion. I love the Fatal 5. I don't know why they had to go back in time to fight the Justice League. They had Starboy in it, and they just a minimal crew of the Justice League. These Jessica Cruz, which sucks, and yet the animation looked just like the old animated Justice League cartoon. So it was a waste. What a waste! So much waste. I would love to have seen the original cartoon come back. He seemed rather dour. Did he? That's interesting, Captain. I don't think I've ever met him. I met the late, great Kevin Conroy. He was a great guy. Oh, I love the old Spider-Man animated series myself from the 60s anyway there. Neon Knight, yeah. Yeah, the DC animated films are a big sadness to me for the most part when they started adapting the Screw 52, Just a damn shame. Decent said I made it less than 5 minutes into the first episode of the Harley Quinn series before I turned it off. Yeah, same here. Back when that trash first appeared, it was on the DC Comics app. It was a telephone. It was like a phone app where they were pretty much an internet app where they have a bunch of comics and a bunch of cartoons. At the time, they had movies and cartoons and all that stuff all over it. A few years back, and there was the Harley cartoon with Harley Quinn cartoon, and I heard some things about it, so I watched the first, like you, Diesel. I watched the first couple of minutes of an episode. I think the first one maybe, and it's filled with filthy language and blood and sex crap. The F word and all that stuff. And look, I'm no prude, my friends. I'm not, but there's a time and a place. This is the DC Comics app. And this is how sick these people are. And who's the cartoon for? You make that cartoon for degenerates. And, there's no warning on it. A little 8-year-old kid can run, Mommy, can I watch the Batman cartoon on my phone? Sure, whatever. On your phone, whatever. She lets her watch the DC Comics app, and he's watching, filthy language and blood and guts and sex crap pouring out of a Batman cartoon. because DC Comics is a little the same as Hollywood. They're degenerate scum. Don't put that in a Harley Quinn cartoon. Little girls watch it. It's got Batman's name on it, so Batman's in it. Little boys watch it. You friggin' morons. You absolute scum. And why would you do it? Don't do this with children's characters. And I'm sorry, I love Batman. I'm very old. I'm pushing 60. Batman's a children's character. I don't care. That's what he is. Superman. Harley Quinn is a children's character. I don't care how much they try to sexualize her and use her for adults. That's what she is. Yep. Exactly. That's some really horrific violence. Exactly, Diesel. So wrong for Batman Harley Quinn. And I got made fun of for bitching about it back then. You can't. Come on now. What up? Again, like I said, prude and all that stuff. Eric cases. Clobby's no prude. He likes hot naked ladies as much as the next blue-eyed monster. I do like that, but I don't think it needs to be in a Batman cartoon. I don't like the humor in the Harley Quinn cartoon, says Dearest. They also took away the feminine sensuality from Ivy and turned her into a Daria with less personality. I didn't know that because I stopped watching it. Lisa. Yeah, I mean, just don't mix adult content with children's content. Idiots at DC and Hollywood. All right, Chris Persia, thanks for being here tonight, buddy. Appreciate you so much, all you do. Thank you, buddy. You take care and have a great remainder of your night, buddy. Get some rest there. Yeah, so. But see, no good deed goes unpunished, and nothing bad gets taken out with something bad taking its place. For example, last I checked, there's still going to be that new stupid-ass Legion of Superheroes cartoon. We might have been spared the Batman animated series Nightmare remake by Jar Jar Abrams and bitched him, but from what it looks like, there is and I've heard about this a while back. I'm a big fan of the Legion of Superheroes. Those of you who are not, you're probably better off because they've got a new I don't know if it's an animated movie or if it's a series. I think it's in has that another chucklehead Brian Michael Bendis is involved with it based on his new garbagey Legion, and it looks like total trash. Yeah, that's right. Phantom Outside, that's right. They got like F-bombs in the new trashy Trek garbage. An 8-year-old can watch original Trek and cannot, but they can't watch, because they got F-bombs in what they pass for Star Trek now. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. But we're the bad guys if we point it out. There was a character in that old Spider-Man cartoon, a woman, half spider, half woman, with a very scary face. It gave me chills. Which old Spider-Man cartoon is that? Was that? Now, see, I don't remember that on the original 60s cartoon. Is that or the 67 cartoon? But maybe I'm just could be Neonano. Just maybe I'm just not. I'm not putting it together and not remembering it. But wow, well there you go. I love that cartoon. That was my first exposure to Spider-Man. Brian, I kind of thought the first season of Young Justice was okay, especially when the Justice League would pop on there for real. But I had a weird relationship with it because I'd stopped reading the New Teen Titans a long time ago, and now when they make this show, I know they got changed to Young Justice later, which I can't stand. I like the Titans, New Titans, but still, and I don't like Connor Kent. I'm sorry, I can't get into him. I hate him. It had a lot of. By the time that cartoon was the first season was pretty good, and then it got canceled, I think. And when it came back, I heard it got really super wokey, and I just never really, and I just didn't get into some of the characters that much. Well, Neon Knight, if it's Madam Web, you might be talking about the '90s Spidey cartoon. Okay, that's probably what it is. Maybe we're a different age group, Neon. I just re-binged watched the '90s Spidey cartoon a few months ago. In fact, my good buddy Nick, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, whom I'm with every Friday night on the comic shops, Friday night comic shop talk. Um, and we did a show where we reviewed it. We did a retrospective of that 1990s Fox Spidey cartoon, which was fun. Really enjoyed doing that. Might have been Madam Web though. Could have been Diesel. I remember. I definitely remember. Wow, you're a little younger than me. If your first exposure to Spider-Man was the Electric Company, then you're a little bit younger than me, but not too much. But I did remember that. Did you buy Spidey Super Stories? Spider blood, radioactive spider blood. I can't find episode of it. I can't find that episode on any of the cartoons. Says Neon Knight. Well, if it's Madam Web, but again, we have not established that it is, but D. Bud Martin was throwing that out there. And if it's Madam Web, that would be. She popped up all throughout the. Sounds like that's who you're talking about. Sounds like that's who you're talking about, and she popped up on the '90s Spidey cartoon. Just take a look at the. Oh, Ellie said. Oh, you just took a look at the Ellie Sets character on IMDb. It actually doesn't look that bad, but there's a race. It looked bad to me, dude. And reason why, again, it's not going to suck me in. The race drop is not the biggest problem. It's stupid, but it looked pretty bad when I saw it. Don't trust them. Do not trust them. Oliver says, and I saw this trailer, Oliver. He says DC's new animated film, Batman the Doom That Came to Gotham, based on the year 2003 part miniseries by Mike Mignola. Yeah, I never read that. Not the big Mignola guy like a lot of people are personally, but a lot of people love him, which is cool. But yeah, it's I mean, that looks pretty. I mean, the animation on that one looks good. I mean, the art and animation looks really good on that. So that might be something. It's more of a. It's like again, like a. I suppose it's an Elseworlds type thingy as well. Death Ray, that would be right. Morgan Freeman was Easy Reader on the Electric Company. Did anybody buy Spidey Super Stories? Remember that theme song to Spider-Man on the Electric Company? Spider-Man, where are you coming from? Spider-Man, nobody knows who you are. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I used to watch that. And of course, look, I'll be honest, when I was a kid watching that, I was waiting for Spider-Man, and then when he was off of there, I was done. I didn't pay attention past the Spidey parts. Let's just be honest. I wanted to see I wanted to watch Spider-Man. Brian Hepburn says, I loved Spider-Man 67 on reruns and saw Spider-Man 77 a few times in the theater and the Amazing Spider-Man in the theater. Amazing Spider-Man TV series, was a fan from day one. Spider-Man 77 in the theater? I mean, as in the Nicholas Hammond show? I don't remember it ever being in the theater. I remember watching it on TV. Spider-Man 77 on the theater. You got me confused there for a second there, Brian. A few times at the theater. Yeah, just elaborate. It's cool. I'll watch for it. Yep, Spider-Man. You know, but my Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I got to, because I have some very dear friends. Love you out there, Michael and Retro Wrestling. If you happen to be listening, you can lurk. If you're lurking, it's cool, dude. You don't have to show yourself if you're busy. Love you, man. But I think I probably tell you this before. I have every respect for Spider-Man and his amazing friends, but I didn't react well to it when it first came on. Because and he's got a great new video about the toys, by the way. Some Retro Blasting. Please go to Retro Blasting and subscribe if you haven't. But I'll put it to you like this. What did I do? I was angry because I was a big reader not only of Spider-Man but a Marvel team up, and I didn't want him living in the Sam damn house with Iceman and this Firestar girl who was created just for the TV show, and with all their silly gadgets and stuff. I mean, they had just canceled an ongoing Spider-Man cartoon to make that one so they could sell toys, I guess. I don't know. It's got really goofy stories, but it wasn't. But again, this is me. That was me I was in my teens, but I still wanted my Spider-Man, even though I didn't. You couldn't tell me as a teenager that it was made for kids younger than me. I didn't accept that. I was an idiot. Now I know it was made for kids younger than me, and it's fine, and I love it, and I have every respect for it, and I love it. But at the time, I had to be going into my late teens, and I wanted it to be more like the comic books. Sue me, but I understand that's silly. Brian says the Spider-Man film was in the theater and their series came after the year 77. I never knew it was theatrical. That's the news to me. I never. I mean, if it got showed on movie screens, it was definitely not here. The Nicholas Hammond Spidey got showed on theatrical. Wow. I'd have been at the theater's first bit. If I don't, and I can always say this, but I've interviewed Nicholas Hammond on my old show. Cool dude. I love it. But Brian, I'm shocked. I never knew that was on it was theatrical. Like much like the other shows that were theatrical that had TV shows that made theatrical, at least like Galactic, Battlestar Galactica, and Buck Rogers did though. From the waist back was a spider. Waist from the waist back was a spider. Waist up, a woman. She had fangs and the most evil face, and that's so not Madam Web. Oh, 58. You're my age, dude. We're the same age, Neon. Huh. Weird. Then I guess it could have been something else. All right. I did not know your age. That makes sense. But yeah, we're the same age, dude. Yeah. Similar to how that Saga of the Star World in theaters of Galactica. Yeah. And then I know they also did Buck Rogers. Okay. Well, cool. Look, no disbelief here, dude. I just did not know that. Booth says it was probably the Japanese Spider-Man. No, according to Brian, it was the Nicholas Hammond one. There's actually 3 Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man movies apart from the series. Yes, I knew that. I just never knew anything they ever played in theaters. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know where you live, but man, we sure didn't get them. Brian, are you in the States? You don't have to say where, obviously, but I have enjoyed Nicholas Hammond in the 1965 movie adaptation of the movie. The Sound of Music. He gets a lot of notoriety for being in that. No, Spider-Man: The Dragon's Challenge was the 3rd movie in 79. Okay. Phantom, we're older than you. Wow. I always thought you were a youngster at heart. You young whippersnapper by a whole year or 2 years. Oliver says my favorite episode of the 1977 Spider-Man TV series was titled Night of the Clones. Night of the Clones. Peter fought a clone of himself created by a scientist named Dr. Moon. So it was the clone saga of the TV show before there was a clone saga. There was a clone saga years before that with the Jackal and stuff. But as far as like the actual, what they call the clone saga. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of explains it. We were in Scotland at the time. Okay. Well, that explains it, Brian, because it didn't play in theaters in America. But I can see it going in other countries and doing that. So, wow, very cool. I'm jealous. I would have been at the theater to see that. Wow, D-Bud, you made just Sunday was your birthday. Well, happy birthday, dude, and thank you for being older than us. We needed somebody to be older than us, buddy. 61, man. Sure don't look it, brother. But happy birthday, late happy birthday to you, buddy. Lisa says part of the 50s Club too. Oh, well, good. Welcome to it. We have a lot of us. There are a lot of us here. Maybe not here exactly at the moment, but there are a lot of us here. Mark and Raquel and me. We're all in that number. Well, so you were in Scotland at the time, there, Brian. I got you. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scotland, I can see that, but yes, I do remember the Pit Theater and Taco Tico. Even though I'm from BR, you were from New Orleans, apparently, and Gentilly and stuff, Neon Night. But Taco Tico was around a long time, and Pit Theater went out a little bit back in the 90s, I think. But yeah, Death Ray's one of us. Well, we got a lot of the 50 Club here. This is old time radio. This is old time YouTube right here. Old time geek YouTube, man. I'll tell you. Wow. Companions for my aging, at least. I like that. It's nice not to be the only one being old. D-Bud, you're the elder statesman. And Boosh is 25. Well, there you go. I can't remember that far back, Boosher. There you go. See? Oh, do you buy that? Dearest is 45. Now, if you say it, I buy it. Now, I have no way of knowing whether it's true or not. If you told me you were 12, I'd have to believe you, because how would I not know? I mean, how would I know one way or the other? And then I would say, you better get your butt to sleep, young man, if you're 12 years old. You can't be up here on this YouTube this late. Your parents going to get onto you, son. But so, no, I have no way of knowing whether you're, you could tell me you're 100 and I would have to believe you, because it would really, Whoa. Captain James T. Skywalker with the win. There you go. We're outing everyone's age tonight. Oh, okay. Again, that picture is you. Okay. But I still can't see it that well. And remember, very few people have pictures of themselves. I know D-Bud's one that does. Most of us here have avatars. D-Bud's probably the only gentleman here, or the only person here who has a picture of himself. And now you're telling me that's you, so that you two guys are the only ones. You lived in BTR in 2010 through 12 in Denham Springs. I've lived in Denham Springs. Of course, I'm in BTR. I'm in BR now. Okay. Wow, Neon. Who knows? We may have known some of the same geeks. You never know. Don't out yourself here, but you can send me like an email or a DM on Twitter or whatever if you do the twat thing. So that's really you, Boost. There you go. Well, again, little known fact, I really am a bunch of pile of orange rocks, so this is really me. No, it's not. I can't lie. Marvel would sue me. In fact, I'm wearing the wrong avatar tonight. I'm supposed to wear this one. I'm supposed to wear my Wildfire avatar. And they call him Wild. Whoa, JT Kirk, you are a youngster. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that. We like them. All ages are allowed here. Well, of age, I guess. I don't know what the rule is on YouTube. I mean, I guess you could be. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know if they have like a young age restriction on YouTube or not, but we prefer everybody to be adults around here, because we all know we're a bunch of grown-ups. Well, okay. We try not to curse or anything anyway, in case there are kids listening, but the shows, YouTube, they make sure when you program a show, you got to say this show is not for kids. And it's not for kids. It's just for us to act like kids. It's for adults who act like kids. Maddie's daddy, what's up, buddy? Still trying to get Maddie to sleep. Oh, man. I got you. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Lisa. But you know what? I got to go find the song, because I only remember that bit of it. JT Kirk says, I was a kiddo when TNG was airing, so I still got old-time Trek as a babe. I got you. Just sadly not TOS. Well, I'm sorry. You took care of that. I've just every now and then I just want to go back and watch some original series. But now I'm binging Enterprise again. Even though 2 years from now we're gonna have to binge it all over again. I don't mind. Just love it. Even though we got 4 more episodes of Deep Space Nine coming up this week. Yeah, and then the week after next we'll end the 4th season and we'll be getting to that 5th season. Donnie says, I first seen TNG in my lifetime before I've seen TOS reruns. Oh, the memories. Let's see. Let's see. 55 block of Florida Boulevard, right by Airline. Well, there are no houses over there. That's where my comic shop used to be. Florida Boulevard and Airline. That sounds like there used to be Cortana Mall over there. There's no such thing as Cortana Mall anymore. On one side, there was Funfair Puck. On the other side, there was a Toys R Us on the other side, and then there's Circle Bowl over there, which I think is still there. So, wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. What the hell? Trailer park. Oh, okay. I didn't think there was anything over there. On Florida and Airline? Huh. Weird. Okay. Can't think of one over there. I'm like I say. Anyway, but I do know. Yeah, see, Captain says Voyager will be a difficult run for me when Star Trek gets to it. I got to be since we're like not doing any kind of particular topic tonight. I got to tell you, Captain James Skywalker, I'm almost worried about how that will work. How many people are going to want to watch Voyager? I've watched it once all the way through. It was a slog. I guess look, so I absolutely understand that there are going to be people that don't want to watch Voyager. I'm going to watch it. I'll sit through it. I mean, hey, because I have to. I do wonder how many people are going to want to review it, though. Whoa, Lisa, that sounds good to me. I had beef tenderloin that you can cut with a fork. $29. Whoa. A pound. It better be tender. Yeah, good Lord. That sounds good to me. Mark D with a C. What's up, dude? What you up to, man? Okay, Diesel. That's okay, man. I appreciate it. It's great to have you here. You too, bro. You be good. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate seeing you. Carte blanche as always, but only if you feel like it, MDC. MD with a C. So Airline at Clobberin. What's it before Airline? It was a strip mall right next to me. Okay. Now I think I know. Wow. Well, if you were there in the 80s, if you know where Circle Bowl is, perchance, that was where my comic shop, Mega City Comics, was there, but that was in the 80s. Wow. Now you guys are starting with the food talk in there. Let's see. We're gonna, man. The look. I just hope people. Look, all I'm saying is, I just hope people show up for Voyager because we only have 1, 2, 3, 3 seasons of Deep Space Nine left. Oh, well, Lisa, I'm glad you liked Voyager. I hope you'll show up for our review sometimes because I don't know how many people are going to want to review it. Steven says, I'll be honest, there's only one episode of Voyager that I consider to be amazing and real Trek. The rest of the series is okay to mediocre, in my opinion. We don't disagree necessarily on that one, Kal-El, I got to say, buddy. Oh, I got you. I got you, Neon. I see what you're saying. We don't disagree. Well, Brian likes it. There you go. Brian likes it a lot. But like I said, I'm just. Oh, you'll be there. Oh, Shooter's gonna be there for Voyager. But look, we're gonna be fair. We're always brutal, but we're fair. Well, I try to be fair. Let's face it. Raquel's never fair. I'm teasing. I love you. She's brutal, and we love it. I think it's hilarious, personally. But we're gonna be brutal but fair. And apparently, Mark D said he likes a lot of it too. So there you go. Yeah, I like some of it. It's got a great opening theme. I think. Did you know that they came Darth Vader, Lord Vader, because calling him Master Vader made all the stormtroopers get, yeah, Master Vader. Well, it would, wouldn't it? Oh, shite. Yeah, we were the same age, apparently, Dion. So, yeah. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. So, I don't know. Well, what can you do? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Master Vader. Oh man. Brian says I'm the type that if I like it, I don't care what anyone else thinks. Well, that's the way to be. You can bag it, but it won't change how I feel. Yeah, I don't take it personally if you don't like it. That's me, absolutely in a nutshell. I'm the same way. Max Redstone, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there, bro. Hope you're feeling well. I'm the same way. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff I love that I know a lot of people can't stand it, and it doesn't really bother me. We could talk about it, and actually, when you rag on it, I kind of laugh about it. I mean, this thing's some stuff I absolutely think is fantastic, and people will go off on it, and I'll kind of just makes me laugh. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, sometimes I might even agree with some of the criticisms. Go, yeah, I can see why you'd say that, but I don't know what can I tell you? I liked it, and in other words, there's no point getting mad if someone dislikes something that you like. I mean, I understand human nature. We like for people to like the things that we also care about, and you always will find someone on the same page with you that does like it. But there are people that don't like it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And vice versa. Things you just think of the worst crap ever, and people like it, and you just kind of deal with. Now you kid each other about it if you're friends. I have a buddy of mine tonight. Man, he's older than me. That I hung out with at the bistro tonight. He went to that con that I went to. He this guy loves Star Trek, but he's so indiscriminate. He kind of accepts anything with Trek on. He likes Strangled Dude Worms, and I hate it. You know what I think about that trash. And when he talked about going and talking to those actors. I mean, I went off on him at the table, but of course he knows I was teasing him. He knows I was just messing with him. We've known each other for 40 years. And I can't, it makes me sick that anybody likes that, but they do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Nothing. I mean, what can you do about it? So you do nothing about it. You just live. And, hey, dude, let yourself
You got to tell them that they can't watch it. They said,
hey,
the law of Clobberin times.
You hear me?
Yep. I hope we don't have a bad echo. If we do,
I don't know.
I'll drop out. But
well, no, I don't know. I think you just because you started talking before you let yourself in.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be okay. Now? It seems pretty good right now.
Let's see. 1,
2,
1,
2,
1,
2.
There you go. We're on board. it's been nice to me tonight. We've turned it on, turned it off. I don't know if we restarted, did anything.
Yeah,
This
that
thing it
sometimes
didn't come in
helps.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible last night, but I'm gonna try that again tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll come in.
Your new
Yeah,
your new computer.
hello, computer. So, yeah, no, look, people. Basically, I'm gonna take it all back, folks. You should like what I like, and if you don't, then God help you.
Lay down the law.
Yeah. Lay down the light of the law on that Mr. Viper. Steven says, in regards to Voyager, the theme song and the ship itself is amazing. Yeah, I'm not too big on the ship with you, buddy, but I love the theme. I gotta say, Jerry Goldsmith theme for Voyager is beautiful. The writing and the characterizations, on the other hand, leaves a lot to be desired. Can't argue with that. Sometimes.
I think I liked it a lot the first viewing, and it kind of like it's Star Trek, so I gotta like it kind of view, which is probably not the best viewpoint. Like when the lizard episode was out, it's like, what the hell are they thinking here? What's going on?
Oh, yep.
So you kind of ignore some of it.
Oh yeah. Holy crap! You guys can count. I resemble that remark. No, we can't. Well, he can, but I can't.
But there's a lot of good in Voyager too. The one thing that would have made it a better series, I think, if they had really, played up how damaged the ship would get and how maybe things would break down. And then they did that for that one
year in hell thing.
Year in hell or whatever, but then they went away from it. It was almost
they were back up and running.
And that's always what that was great about Enterprise, because when that ship first went out, you could see how depowered it was. They didn't have shields and they didn't have a universal translator. They're really out on their own. So that made a big difference in Enterprise. Of course, when they did STD, they made the old Enterprise more powerful than the new Enterprise. So the ship, nothing ever went wrong in the ship.
You got it, Lisa. Lisa's right about that. Well, Max Redstone, that's it, dude. I'm sorry. I can't allow it. He said, I like the Lester cut. It's the one thing. It's the one I saw first. You're obsessed with the Lester cut. I mean, here's the thing. I don't get it. And also, I was going back to tease you and say you can't like it. Of course, you can like it. What I don't understand, though, Max, is it's true. I've said that I don't like the Lester cut, and I've actually criticized the Donner cut. But I hate Superman 2. And for some reason, are you obsessed with that? Like that I don't like it? It's okay. Look, as far as I
love Superman 2.
Here, in fact, I'll run a test for you right now, Max. I'm about to stop you from liking the Lester cut right now, buddy. Here we go. Get ready. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Max, stop liking the Lester cut. Let's see if it worked. Max, do you still like the Lester cut? Be honest. Let's see if it worked. I'm waiting.
It might have worked. It could have worked.
I just told him not to.
I still like it though. That was one of my most fun nights in the movie there too with my parents.
How you've written free? Wait a minute, it's the other way around. I'm rent free in your mind because you're the one that always mentions it. I never even talk about it that much. So you got that. Wait a minute though. Did I change your mind or not? Love it still. So basically, my demonstration worked. I can't stop you from liking it. I hate the movie, but I have a lot of problems with the Donner cut, to be honest with you. And I love Donner. So it's not a big deal. I would love to talk to you about it someday, but it's really not. I mean, I've never, as far as I know, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is with Max. I'm going to tell you what, man. Just for that, you should write a limerick about the Donner cut. Excuse me, the Lester cut. I want to see a 1,000-word limerick about the Lester cut. No, but seriously, I can't look. I mean, I'm fine, man. The Superman 2, I hated that movie so much when it came out. Well, you should stop trolling me. I can't take it. It's not fair. Max is mean to me. Oh no, it's Mr. Max. He's going to be mean to you, Mr. Bill. 1,000-word limerick, dude, right now. Get up and give me 1,000, boy, on your knees. Just kidding. Oh, I love Max, and he is, of course, the master of the limerick there. So
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't have to be
amazing.
1,000 word, man. But look, the Lester cut, I do hate it, but no, I just hate the theatrical or his. But believe me, I would have to say, Max, if I'm being honest, that you're in the majority on that one. So you're covered, pal. Most people like it, man. I just hate it. I give you reasons why, but I still probably can't change your mind. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Max is firm as the Rock of Gibraltar. Gibraltar. Gibraltar or Gibraltar? It's
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. I know it's Gibraltar, but I like to say Gibraltar because it's a completely different rock. A lot of people don't know about it.
Is it green?
No, it's purple. But see, my I can answer that one easily though. The Donner Cuts problem is not the problems that he couldn't fix, like having to use stock footage and stuff and using auditions. Hello there, Catman. The problem is that the Donner Cut, because of without spoiling anybody, what he does at the end of the movie erases the whole first two movies. I mean, at the end, he erases the whole movie. Remember, he goes back in time and erases it.
Yeah,
Which is ridiculous. People bitched about the first movie when he goes back in time and turns the world back and saves Lois.
Yeah.
Well, then in the second one, if that's the way Donner really wanted to end it, he makes a 2-hour to whatever movie. Then he erased it, the whole thing.
Well, one thing I looked at that was, I agree with that, but someone said that it's actually Superman just traveling back in time, and he's not really undoing. He's not technically at that point. He's not. You're not seeing time. You're just seeing Superman's point of view as he's time traveling. Have you heard that one? Or
yeah. You mean before like the world spinning?
Yeah, the world's spinning. The world's actually not spinning backward.
No.
It's what Superman's perceiving
right
as he's traveling through time.
Yeah, that was just for the audience. That was a spinning effect.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it too, Lisa. I love that movie. But no, that was just to show him the world. They could have just shown like all kind of effects where he just goes back in time and there's a warp type thingy, like in the comic books. No, that was just artistic. That was nothing to do with it. The world. People say he spin the world back. He didn't really. That's just kind of
yeah.
But anyway,
it was very cool, great effect, though. Amazing effect.
Yeah. So no, you're solid, Max, with me always, brother. And you keep right on trolling, because if you didn't, who would you be? Boo says there was an old fuddy-duddy named Clobberin times. He demanded a limerick with 500 rhymes. Then the chat member quit, saying, "What is this bullshit?" and told Clobby, "Go suck limes." Whoa, I like it. Boosh McFadden for the win. I don't like limes, but I do like that.
I like it in my drinks, actually. Yeah.
Limerick. With a Donner Cut, I do not prance, even though it's a more logical dance. But I would say it's not smut to enjoy the Lester Cut, because he started out Superman 2 by almost nuking France. I've changed my mind. I like the Donner Cut, the Lester Cut better now. No, remember, I don't like either cut. I think both of them are kind of full with a lot of dumb stuff. Lester's has more stupid stuff in it, but that ending, I believe me, that seemed more like something Lester would do than Donner did of the Donner Cut.
Yeah.
It's all a big mess, Max. Really. I just love the first movie.
I love the second one, though, too. So I like the second.
I can't allow
not allowed.
No. I'm afraid I'm going to have to backtrack on that statement, folks. Mark D.
I'm banned.
Does not speak for this show. He does not love it. He totally disagrees with his own words because for no particular reason. I don't know.
Must have been that red kryptonite I got close to today.
Did you really? Did it taste good?
It was excellent. Yeah, the rock candy.
Did you have rock candy?
No, I didn't. Actually, I had Big League Chew today. Actually, I bought a pack of Big League Chew. Oh, I love the Big League Chew. It's good stuff. Bubble gum.
Oh, I hadn't had bubble gum in years.
Well, I hit Hobby Lobby today. I scored some good stuff at Hobby Lobby.
I saw that. Yeah.
Wasn't that cool? Yeah. So
nice. Oh, that's cool stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, You want to see a couple of things here?
You
I
could
can
show, yeah, you
them.
could show those
Yeah.
real quick. You know,
Yeah,
I
we'll
did
show
have
them tomorrow night too. But yeah,
I had an ice cream sandwich a little while ago that I've decided is the most brilliantly market schemed ice cream sandwich you could ever think of. Do you have a brand up there called Fat Boy?
no, we have skinny lady ice cream. No,
Well, they got
no,
this ice
Fat
cream
Boy ice cream.
sandwich called Fat Boy. It's like, think about the psychological implications of that.
Yeah,
You see that and you go, I'm not going to buy that. I want it, but I'm not going to buy that because, I mean, that's what is it saying about me buying that, right? But then you buy it and you eat it and it's really good.
is it good?
And you've
Yeah,
eaten it, it is really good. And then you go, well, it's just got, I mean, you're feeling guilty because you go, I'm eating this, I'm becoming, it's, see what I'm saying? With it's almost a psychological thing. Like they're guilting you while you're eating that thing that you're not supposed to be eating.
bastages.
It's
What about
ingenious.
that skinny girl margaritas? Anyone remember? I don't know. I guess they still make those. That was the girl. The
But I'm talking about something that's
lady.
high calorie and stuff that you're not supposed to be eating, though.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean, not all the time anyway.
yeah, Fat Boy ice cream. Yeah. Well, it's aptly named, I guess, if you eat enough of the
Yeah.
product.
It's Fat Boy ice cream. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't he think something about that? It's like, I'm man, because I'm not kidding though. It might be not good, might not be good marketing because I see that and go, you know what? I'm not buying this brand because I feel guilty enough buying ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Yeah.
That might not be. I mean, I don't know how. I've never seen them in any other store, but Rouse's down here. I wonder how they do because I'm like, wait a minute, because I can have a couple different types of ice cream from Fat Boy. I'm like, wait a minute, I could just buy this normal brand here that's not judging me while I buy this ice cream. When I buy this ice cream, I feel like I'm being judged here.
We remember the Seinfeld episode where they all were eating the low fat yogurt that was supposed to be like no calories, and they all got super fat, and then it turned out it was like regular yogurt or whatever. Well, here we go, Fat Boy ice cream. Yep. Well, they don't have a Fat Boy on the package though. That's kind of
no, that would be even worse. Still, yeah, they are. Yeah, they should put one.
Where are they based out of? Let's see. Copyright Casper's ice cream. Life never tasted so good, and fat. Let's see where the heck are they out of?
Oh, you found it? I don't know. We have them in the store down here.
There's one in Utah.
There've been more than a couple times that if I was wanting some ice cream, I know I shouldn't eat it anyway in my case, but when I see it there, I say that looks really good, and I wanted to try. I'd see it like 20 times. I'd go in it and I'd see it and go, you know what? I'm gonna get some ice cream that's not judging me. The other ones are like asking you like Prairie Farms or Bluebell, whatever, there's normal names. But Fat Boy's like telling like, look, okay, you gonna eat this, Fat Boy? Huh? It's judging you while you're eating it, man. But I tried it one day out of curiosity. It's like, I mean, I just broke down.
Yeah.
And it's good. So I'm like, this is the best. No, now I see why it's called this. And I got one. I got some more today, and I should. Lord have mercy on my heathen soul.
Do you lack self-discipline?
Of course. Don't play that clip.
That clip.
I will not have that clip here.
I love that movie.
That 70s rock fan. What is up, sir?
I had fried chicken.
History. No, don't you? No, that I cannot.
I won't play. Yeah, I had fried chicken. Oh, good-looking guys. Yeah.
Hello there. That 70s rock fan is a good-looking guy himself now.
Yes.
Sail into history. Sorry. That's
all right, so here's what I scored here. So let's show
I'm double stuffed Oreos, bad influencer. Oh, I need some double stuff. Have you ever seen mega stuffed ones?
Yeah, they got like quadruple.
But they don't. They cheat on it. I think they're overrated. I've had them. I like anything that isn't Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, they're a bunch of commie ice cream. The problem is they make good commie ice cream, but it's still commie ice cream. So
they sold out to Unilever though, so they're corporate shills. So I was in a grocery store one time, and I'm like, told someone like we're picking up ice cream. I'm like, get anything other than Ben and Jerry's? And the guy's like, why you don't like them? And I thought quickly. I said, oh yeah, because they're corporate sellouts. They sold out to Unilever. And I was going to say they're a bunch of, liberal wackadoodles, but I didn't. So
of course,
the guy's like, oh yeah, you got a point there.
Oh yeah, DJ, I've done that. I'm that sick. I've done you take a combine 2 double stuffs and put them on there. Then you take both of the damn. You take a top. You just eat all that double stuff. All that. Oh, it's just disturbing. I don't know why
But here,
Oreos. Anyway, go ahead. So show us what you have.
well, would Batman have Fat
Oh, you
Boy
bought
ice
this
cream?
today? Hey, you know what?
Oh,
I
how
have
could I
that.
not buy that? It's half
My
price. So,
that was given to me as my daughter as a present last year.
oh, good thing I didn't buy one for you then.
I have
Isn't
it
it
hanging out.
awesome? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it fantastic? Yep, I can't see myself in it. I mean, this is just. I saw this. Like,
Nice.
this is a must buy. It's like, gotta have it. So
I
I've never
love it.
been to Hobby Lobby before, so I had to go.
Oh no, they got all kind of great stuff.
Oh my God, Hobby Lobby is amazing for like genre stuff. I couldn't believe it. So I was.
They always have, dude. I mean, it's incredible.
I never been there. I had to go to like to a bank like an hour away for. Long story short, for my buddy's estate. So
it's 10. It is 10 tiger stripes. Yes.
But this is half price. So I got this for 12 smackerels. So
wow,
much better than buying like 4 things of Ben and Jerry's. So I got that. Now that was awesome. Now check out this. This is like
JT
super awesome. I need more wall space. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I thought I was the only one that got triples. I thought I was the only one that got triples at Wendy's. Oh God, yeah, that is fantastic. Is that 10 also or no?
No, it's wood.
Oh,
or
wood.
fake wood or
wood. Cheap, not or half price?
Well, it's half price. Everything is half price right now. So I'm gonna do an enabling video. I'm just trying to see if I can't see how it's showing up on the camera, but yeah, it's pretty amazing. This thing. God. So I was like, I can't. I saw that in the store.
Nice.
Like, I can't not leave without this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank God it's on sale too, because I'm the wife.
I love it, man. Oh,
I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. I gotta need a bigger room.
Yeah, you know where to hang that sucker.
Yeah, I got. Well, the other one I'm gonna hang on my door coming in because it's small, but maybe I'll hang it on the, welcome to the Batcave. But this is this sucker is this is mint. This thing. This is great. Yeah.
Nice.
So, and a lady at the checkout, I'm like, I guess you can see what I like.
Yeah, I saw the Trek stuff too. Oh, the best ever.
Best never rest.
The best that's ever art, though.
So that's
nice.
Is that Kirby art or is that
no?
Who do you think that is?
Mm-hmm. That's a Ramita, actually, by like Esposito or somebody like that.
That's nice though. Yeah, nice art. So we got that, and of course they have all these little, room decorating stuff. So then I got my name.
Yeah, I saw those letters.
My name.
Oh, those are cool. I've seen other ones that have letters and shit.
Yeah, so
wow,
I got
Mark.
I should have splurged and got with the C because this runs.
Oh, yeah, Mark D. Look at that. That's fantastic. How much are one of those things? Like
$2. $3.
I need to go
so
to
not
Hobby
bad,
Lobby.
not bad. So here's here's the
right
M.
next to one today. Nice.
Yeah, but I love the old fashioned artwork they have on them. So
God, yeah, Ditko.
It's nothing new.
Ramita.
It's all classic, and all the letters are different too, which is nice. So
Ramita.
What a great idea.
Kirby, and Kirby and Coletta, unfortunately. Chick Stone inking.
So Phantom says send Legos so I can build an edition with Legos.
Kirby. Wow.
That's Kirby, right? Yeah. The C. And then the D.
No thing, huh? Couldn't find a thing anywhere?
I couldn't find a thing, yeah. I didn't find a thing yet.
Nice.
And the D, yep. So that's pretty sweet. So that's gonna go maybe on my door up top. But yeah, these are great. And then last thing I could have bought more stuff, but I got this.
What is this?
Star Trek 50th anniversary model. So so I think we showed this before in the clubhouse. So it's the original model, which I built a ton of these as a kid, and I have one hanging in my basement right now that survived. But then what they did, they released it with the original box art.
Oh man,
the the original AMT. You know, it's obviously a repro.
Oh my goodness.
So this is about $20 right now. 40% off at. And then the funny thing was when I went to the register, the manager was there. I'm like, yeah, this is supposed to be 40% off. And she's like, yeah, but is it a I'm like, it's a Boxman, the lady, but it's a spaceship. I'm like, and then the manager's like, it's a model in the box. It doesn't matter if it's a spaceship or so yeah, so this is the original
Nice stuff. Love it.
the original box art. So, usually what I do, I open these up and save the box, obviously. It's quote unquote not worth as much.
Yeah.
But they added
I love it. That's cool.
a new stand, I guess, yeah, for it, which is nice. So
McKinney Draws, hello there.
Hey McKinney.
Good to see you, my friend. It's an honor to have you stop by, sir. I hope you are doing well. Great artist, McKinney Draws. For those who do not know, please seek out his channel. I don't have a link on me, or I will put it in there, but seek out his channel and subscribe. He does great comic book art and everything over there. I apologize for not having one quite available, McKinney, but I'll try to get it one in. And
is there a case still out there? He must have it. I might have it too on my list. I think I do.
But McKinney, great to see you, my friend.
I think that's all I bought. I should have bought more stuff. More stuff.
They always got tons of stuff. Always had stuff there, But
yeah, and JT Kirk says, yeah, stop having these streams at the end of the month. My credit card can't take anymore. Well, everything is on sale, thankfully. So that's good. So go go spend, help the economy. But yeah, that Batcave sign, it's like that is just welcome to the Batcave. Justice served daily. I mean, that's gonna be awesome for the door there. I gotta have to take the Hulk poster off. But yeah, I'm out. It looks like and I do have a ton of stuff in here. My cousin came over today and she's like, my God, what happened in here? Like, how much more stuff, because you keep adding stuff. She's like, you find like every nook and cranny to cover, with a toy. So I'm totally out of wall space now. So what am I gonna do? I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Fantastic, sir.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Oh, Neon says he had all the AMT models and all the action figures. Yeah, those are.
Oh yeah.
A lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, I love it. Well, that's cool. I need to go. I was right next to a snobby lobby today and didn't go in there like I should have. And Claude goes in there all the time and gets stuff in there. But they've always had cool stuff, though. I mean,
yeah.
They have one section there. It's got all the crazy pop culture stuff there, and those letters are new right there because I used to see some other ones that were tin, but they were the letter. Yours has the letter and it has art on it below it, right?
Yeah. So here's turn my light back on. Yep. So yeah, it's got the light. Cool. Yeah.
They used to have ones that were shaped like the whole letter, and then it had comic book art inside of it.
There were also big ones that they were out of them. They were really big letters, and they were covered with like like Marvel wrapping paper, kind of.
Nice.
So, but
just gotta find a place to put that on your door. You got a door you can put that on?
Yeah, I gotta put it on my door. I think. Yeah. So like a 10-year-old kid has his name on the door. But I love that Batcave. So both of them are great. But that Batcave, that is. I'm glad you got one. Yeah. I didn't know they had so much genre stuff. I'm like, I've never been into Hobby Lobby. Here they have models. Let me go check what they have. And then I was like, they had Spock posters, the beautiful Enterprise poster. A lot of great, obviously you've been to one, but the one, we don't have one that's close to us. It's unfortunately like an hour away. So
are you out of town or you were out somewhere?
Yeah, I was out somewhere. Yeah. So
I got you.
But unfortunately, well, good thing it's not too close, I guess. That would be dangerous. Yeah.
Yep. Enable.
Yeah.
Set phases to enable.
Yeah. I don't know if Raquel saw the stuff yet. I'd posted to her.
Didn't you send a picture? I think she did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I didn't see if she reacted.
Hey, Pleasant Valley Pigger. What's up there?
Pleasant Valley.
I remember back in the 70s building the Enterprise D7 battle cruiser, Mr. Spock. Yeah, cool stuff. All gone, sadly. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, good to see you there, dude. Good to see you there.
Well, Puzzle Valley, the good news is you can buy the bridge again. The only thing I had left from my bridge as a kid was the Mr. Spock figure, and not even his, and just like, and he's missing his feet too. But and I know I had it because then I'm like, I had that as a kid, and I found like some old pictures where I've got the original box. I'm like, oh God, imagine what even just the original box is worth from the 70s, and I'm using it like to store stuff or whatever. And I had the Enterprise, and then later I got the D7 and built that with my son. It was fun, but yeah, you can get the kits now, which is good too. But the building the bridge is quite extensive. It's not easy to, if you want to do a nice job. I'm sure I put it together as a kid, just glued it and magic market it or something, or who the heck knows. But a couple of videos, a guy doing like each piece, and there's so many pieces, so I airbrushed everything and coated everything, and then putting all the decals on. But it's a gorgeous model when it's built correct. I think I showed it on the Clubhouse. The guy's couple stills from the guy's video, but you can get those. But yeah, it brings you back to being a kid in the 70s.
Oh yeah,
fun, yeah.
Yes, sir. Great stuff. Yeah, they make the good stuff these days. They make the good stuff these days for the now that a lot, a lot of things that back then we wish had been made when we were kids, they start making it, and then they realize now that now that you're an adult, you can actually get them. So, smart move. They waited till you grew up so they can get your money. So because there's so many things that they didn't do. So many things. It's funny. It's just as recently as within the past 20 years or less. I remember, when I started back kind of hot and heavy collecting figures, just figures, right? I'm just talking about figures, Marvel Legends,
Migos,
and DC,
or later,
like figures like 20 years ago or less, right? And I'd be sitting around talking with a friend of mine who was a collector, and we'd be talking about this character or that character. Man, I wish they would do, fill in the blank. Man, I wish they would do, or sometimes we'd say, they'll never do fill in the blank. It will be usually characters that we never thought were going to get a figure. And now most of them have.
Yeah.
And so there was a point there, like around 2000 to around 2010, where we'd say, hey, did you see they're coming out with a figure of, oh, really? Wow. Got to have that.
I don't believe it. Yeah, Batroc. Wow, there's a Batroc figure.
Yeah, a Batroc. I mean, just there was some of the now again, there was still a point where some of them had to be custom made. Had a buddy of mine used to do customs, and he would get a bunch of different figures, and he would boil them. He'd boil the head so he could take it off and put another one in. He would repaint, and he'd make some Golden Age characters. He made a bunch of Golden Age figures of characters that never would. He did it many years ago, right? And he kind of forgot that he had them. And he did it, he spent so much time on them, then he kind of got out of it for a while. Then a couple of years back, I remember he tells me, he says he put them on eBay. He didn't expect anybody to want them. And he was getting stupid money offers for them. He's like, think I should sell it? I said, hell yeah. If you don't want it, sell that sucker. You spent all that time working on it. And he gets some high bids on some of these characters that had never been done. But most of them have been done, though, to varying degrees.
Oh, yeah. You look at it, it's just amazing how, how many figures are out there, even obscure characters. So I mean, Firestar. I never thought I'd see a fire. I love,
Firestar,
Spidey and his friends. Yeah, so Firestar, Tigra. I mean, they're not that they're saying low, but they're B characters, or not well known characters. You can get the X-Men and 100 different Wolverine figures, but if you look at the figure realm for that Marvel Legends line, it's like, and now that Marvel keeps continuing it, I mean, even had a Wolverine from the cartoon in the bed, that picture from the bed. So you could buy that figure. But I mean, just amazing. It's just it's a good time to be a collector, and also a bad time. In the old days, it was easy. You got Migos and maybe some Marx figures and some cheap figures with no articulation. And you got everything now.
From somewhere around the late 90s up until around maybe 2004 or 5 is when I was really buying ones I never thought they would make, and I got tons and tons of figures from around that point. I had to eventually that was when I had to start realizing I didn't have room because I'd moved. And but at my previous place, I mean, I moved here where I am now in 2005, right in time for Katrina. But
Yeah. Oh crap.
where I moved before, I lived before, which wasn't any bigger really. I had them hanging from my ceilings. I had them all wired up nice. I had everything. I
Oh,
had
you had
such
them
a great
wired up
setup.
like I did some of
Oh
those.
yeah,
Yeah, you did that. Yeah.
it's like I had them all like that. It got me in trouble because everyone, it was, I mean, it was just. I'm just kidding, of course, but it was
Yeah.
crazy. And I didn't do that as much with when I moved, but I wanted to. But forever, it's a long story why I didn't. But I mean, anyway, I had to declare the moratorium because it was coming out with so much stuff. It had to be something. I mean, they would do like, for example, we were going. No, they'd never do a Jonah Hex figures. Then they did a Jonah Hex, and I got it. They'd never do a Swamp Thing. They did it. Oh man, I got to have that. I'd get them all. But
No, I had an action figure moratorium too as a joke for a while too. So I said, no more, no more action figures because you had so many. It was just crazy. Yeah. So there were 97. I'm looking to figure them. There were 97 Toy Biz figures from the first, was it 15 waves or 14 waves? So they did 97 characters, and then Marvel took over, or Hasbro took over the Marvel line. And then they continued it. So let's see how many they see 201 figures, 100 plus 188. So so they've had almost every figure you can imagine has probably been produced. Did they do Stiltman though?
I don't know if they did Stiltman.
Anyone know if they did Stiltman?
I don't think they did. The PVC says question for us, what character ship that never had kit release would you want to do? I mean, it's tough. It was easier to think of years ago. Now there's so few. I don't know if you got one a character. I can't think of a ship necessarily. Oh well, there's some ships maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
But characters. Well,
ships. I mean, they've done every Star Trek ship except the Enterprise C. That's the one I most want. If you said ships. And they were the rumor was they were going to come out with the Enterprise C when then the company tanked or Diamond Select, decided not to do any more ships.
Are they really cousins, Bruce and Billy Campbell?
I don't know.
Is that true? It should be true.
Sure.
It feels like it should be true because it would be cool. So I don't know. I remember. Good.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm trying to look at all the original Marvel Legends are all standard characters. Let's see. When we get to an obscure character, of course they did Daredevil the movie version, Ghost Rider.
Poo poo. See, the Legion characters was one when that bronze set came out. I never thought they would do thing like that, even though but they had done the Silver Age ones. But the ones I made exceptions on because I never thought I would get. Well, yeah, there you go, Pleasant, right there. Liberator and the Blake 7 figures. That would be the one I would want. Matthew Pounder, what's up, buddy?
We're never doing those. Yep.
Yeah, he wants one from the Invaders TV show. That'd be cool. I remember when they did Shang-Chi, the real deal from the comics. Years ago. I broke my rule. But you know what? The idiots.
You bought that, yeah.
Yeah, but the idiots screwed it up, though. Hasbro, idiots. You know what they did?
Didn't they screw up the uniform?
He was shirtless. He didn't have the Gia thing, the red gi.
The gi, yep.
Right, the gi. So I was like, what the hell's wrong with you people? I had to take it from an old one I had, like one from the KB, where there was a figure of Shang-Chi that I had from before that was smaller, that had a cloth gi, and I put it on him just because even though it was weird. They're so stupid. Union Jack. When they did Union Jack, had to have him. When they did Nighthawk, had to have him. When they did, I don't know. I think about Captain Universe.
Man Thing. Well, Man Thing's not so obscure, but
Did they do? Did you get that one? That would probably get him.
I'm missing Hawkeye. I think I never bought the Hawkeye with the flying Hawkeye. I don't know if I have Mystique either.
Bruce and Billy are cousins. Lemon pie. Hey there. I'll tell you. Look, that works for me. They should be cousins. They're both really cool. So I did not know that. I don't know that. So Ash and the Rocketeer are cousins. They look like it too, don't they? Like they would be.
Yeah. A second cousin, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a Bishop figure, obviously. Well, I don't know how obscure Bishop is, but yeah, he was pretty popular for a while. I would
You like
say,
him?
right? He's all right.
Little
Not a
candles.
bad guy.
See, they need to do a proper Hellcat and a proper. Okay, thank you, Tiger Stripe. That's cool to know, though. They need to do a proper Valkyrie.
Didn't we get Hellcat?
I think they may have. I don't. Yeah, maybe
I
they
thought
did.
they did Hellcat, didn't they?
I guess.
I mean, look. Let's look for
See, because you
Hellcat.
get Hellcat and you get Valkyrie, then you have all the defenders.
See if they did Hellcat. I would love a Hellcat. Do I have a Hellcat? A Hero Clicks. Oh yeah, 2015
Hero
Infinite
Clicks.
Series.
Are you sure? Maybe they
Yeah,
did.
I'm looking at the
Well, they
box
need to do
right now.
Valkyrie right.
Yeah, look at the box right now. Yep.
Then you can have a
Hellcat.
defenders. And then I think they did a small set of defenders, like these smaller versions, these smaller toys they did a while back. They were not the same scale as the regular Marvel Legends. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, which one was that? The what series is it called? It's a
I don't know
smaller
what it was
series.
called, but they're a little bit smaller. They were the defenders.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
that works. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good Hellcat.
What's
And
wrong
you
with her
got-
pants? No, that's actually no, you're good.
she's not
It looks
bad.
Looks like Thanos is trying to cop a few.
Let's keep this show PG. Just kidding.
No, not that
Infinite
PG.
Series, yeah.
Not
that
G
PG.
though.
Right?
That's PG.
Thanos
That was
series.
PG. Saying that's probably PG.
Oh yeah, see, here's Bat. I was joking about Batroc,
Constrictor.
but here's Batroc. Hellcat, Spider Woman. Is that
You have
original
Batroc?
Spider Woman? I don't think I
Yeah.
bought Batroc, but I should have
Yes,
probably.
it's the visual. Wow,
That's kind of cool.
with the Thanos build. Huh.
But see, like I already have Cap, but do I want this? Is this the movie Cap?
Man, to hell with
That's
that. We
not-
got the best cap. You got that cap I got, right?
See, like that's not a good
You didn't
Cap.
do
But if
that
you want
opening.
if you want to do his left leg,
I can't stand the movie figures. I know I'm biased. Well, I can't stand them. I mean, if I got a chance to get a comic book one or a movie ones look, I like some of the movies, but they bore me when it comes to the way they look. I want the comic figures. I know I'm weird. No, I'm not. I think most people do. Just kidding.
and this Hulk is the center joint just does not. I hate that articulation there. That just ruins the figure when you got that joint there.
That looks like poo poo.
Yeah, it's a hard. But
I
then
don't
if
like
you want,
Thanos either.
yeah, but if you want to complete the Thanos, then you gotta buy them all, right?
But Spider Woman's good though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
So Thanos, I guess.
that's comics original with her long hair.
Yeah, Jessica Drew.
So that works.
Yeah, let's
Iron
see.
Man's
Check
movie.
Thanos out.
Thanos looks like crap. I can't stand it.
That's
I don't
not a
like that
good
one.
one.
We got a real good one. Not I think you and I both got that one from about a year or two ago.
Yeah, well, I got
you get that
the
one?
smaller ones, but yeah, Toy Biz. They're not the Legends line, but they're what the heck was the line? I can't even remember what it was, but definitely it was before the Legends. Or let's say, yeah, if we go to Thanos here, I think you can click on his name here and get. Can you get all the Thanos figures? Let's see. This way you can do a search. I can do a search for Thanos.
Oh, Thanos. Yeah, okay, yeah. Thanos.
Yeah, and get all.
I can't remember. I got one a couple of years back, a year or two ago, whatever it was. That was pretty good.
I think I could just do a search here.
God, it's got to be a bunch of Thanos figures there.
Yeah, bazillion. Yeah.
Why are his hips so wide? I don't know. Ice Fat Boy ice cream, I guess.
Yeah. Hero bricks. Oh, this is the one it's the FF series.
That I have.
That's what that's from. Yeah. I got that. Well, I have
that
it
I
right next to me. I
Me
just did a
too.
quick video of that. Yep. So that's
Somewhere.
FF series. And then
What's that one from just recently though? There's one from like a year or so ago. Not that one.
2016. That's the garbage one.
Jeez.
2020. What the heck is that? Oh,
That might be
Bend
it.
and Flip. The kid.
No,
It's
that's
a
not
kid's
it.
one.
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah.
It's kind of cute though for a kid. Yeah, that's fun.
Cute
Don't you
thing.
don't you want John the destroyer of the universe?
He's 34. About to be 34 years old.
Bandai.
We got one. It was just maybe within a year or two though. 2020. Look.
Oh, here. Yeah,
That might be it.
that's it. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I got.
Oh, I don't got
Dang.
that.
Pretty sure.
I
I
like
got
that.
one. It came with a.
Marvel Legends Deluxe. Yeah.
Where's the backing of it? It's the whole
I
card.
guess they didn't show. Oh, here's the back.
There you go. Yes, that's the one I got because it's got that
Nice.
backing. Yes.
With Death, who didn't
that's
appear
good
in
one.
the movies, which was such a loss.
Yes.
How do you have
That's
the
the comic
Infinity
one.
Gauntlet without Death?
So, well, because the Russo brothers are poop.
I mean,
no,
no,
they
but
did a lot of good
overall was good. They did
They
a good
did
job.
good
But
stuff.
yeah,
I like them. I'm just aggravated
Yeah.
with what they did. But yeah, that's
that one's not as good. That one's not as good. The 2017 one is definitely not as good as the. Yeah, that's much better with the legs. Yep, much
yeah, that's the
better.
one I got. Yeah.
Gold codpiece. Yeah, Thanos build a figure. Yeah, the movie Thanos is not as. I mean, he works as a movie character, but it's
It's
just not
fine in a
as
movie,
scary.
but it's kind of. I'll take comics over movies any day when it comes to superheroes, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But some of them are fine. Obviously, a lot of them I like, but you know.
Yeah, and I do actually have this gauntlet that I've never opened in my basement too. I don't want to. I'm waiting for a time when I really need that one snap.
You have a gauntlet?
I have a gauntlet. Yeah, I never opened the boxes in the basement.
That figure there?
No, the actual. I have this.
Oh, you have the Infinity Gauntlet?
I bought the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah.
How much is that? How much is that puppy?
It was on. I waited till it was on sale, so I think I got it when it was on sale. Yeah.
Can you really wear it?
You can wear it. Yeah. I mean, it's new in the box, so
Think it'll fit you?
I don't know. I got pretty big hands, but yeah. We'll try whenever I open it. Yeah.
I gotta say, Boosh, Red Brown was not my favorite Cap. I mean, I liked it as a kid. I watched it, both TV movies they did. So yeah, I liked them. I don't know. I kind of liked them as Squat. As Rock Thunder. What was it? Big McLarge Huge in the David Ryder movie, Space Mutiny movie, and that's a long story. But no, as Cap, I don't know, but he's not exactly the greatest of actors. Was Red Brown? No offense to him, of course. And I saw him at Pensacon a few years ago, and I almost walked up and talked to him, but I didn't really know what to say because it's not great.
But yeah, you're right. As a kid, that was just so exciting to see him. It's like you don't want to even think it's bad. Yeah, the helmet was stupid, but you're like, it's Captain America. Who cares?
Bob Johnson, exactly. Big McLarge Huge, thick McRun Fast, Gristle McThornbody.
And they had that cool motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah, they did, but I don't know.
Oh, that's my other surfer. That's my surfer here. Okay. Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah, that was from the Silver Surfer line there. Yeah. I don't know if I got that
Thanos light up cosmic infinity blast. Where's my blaster? I gotta find my blaster. Yeah, so if I let's see. Yeah, so here's why I got the lights off. Here's I was just showing these the other day, but yeah, so that's I love figure room, so that's where that figure's from. And then this is from the FF line.
Here are the names of the David Ryder, played by the great Red Brown. Slab Bulkhead, Fridge, Large Meat, Punt, Speed Chunk, Butch, Deadlift, Bold, Big Flank, Splint, Chest Hair, Flint, Iron Stag, Bolt, Vanderhuge, Thick, McRunfast, Blast, Hard Cheese, Buff, Drinklots, Trunk, Slam Chest, Fist, Rockbone, Stump, Beef Knob, Smash, Lampjaw, sorry, Punch, Rockgroin, Buck, Plank Chest, Stump Junkman. That's my favorite, Stump Junkman, I think. Dirk, Hardpeck, Rip, Steakface, Slate, Slabrock, Crud bone meal, brick hard meat, rip slag cheek, punch side iron, grizzle McThornbody, slate fist crunch, buff hardback, Bob Johnson. Oh wait, that was when they said blast thick neck, crunch butt steak, slab squat thrust, lump beef brothel, yeah, touch thrust rod, reef blast buddy, big McLarge huge, smoke man muscle, eat punch beef, hack blowsmith, sorry, roll fizzle beef. That's 40. And then I think Tom said,
Wow.
I got that out of my system. You know what that's the reference to? There's an MST3K called the movie's called Space Mutiny. Sean Carter, good to see you.
Hey, Sean.
So it's called Space Mutiny. And it's an Italian film from the early 80s. Cameron Mitchell and Reb Brown are in it. And it gave Max Redstone a headache, so it's worthwhile. I never want to hurt Max. Though.
Don't do that.
Well, whose fault was that? His for listening to all that bad language. Anyway, so it was a really cheesy movie called Space Movie about this, space mutiny that is.
Yeah.
And he's like this, he's a big, musclehead looking guy, of course. Now the special effects in this movie, they used footage from Battlestar Galactica, the TV show. All of their special
to reuse it, right? Yeah.
Yes. And the MST3Ks, when they did it, they never mentioned that one bit. So I'm like, you're sitting there going, come on, make a Battlestar Galactica joke. And they never do. And I start thinking, maybe that's the joke. They don't mention it because it's so obvious. It's ridiculous. Because they knew it. They know that stuff. Yeah. But as he's running around doing his stupid action stuff, they kept giving him these dumb names.
Yeah.
There's a compilation on YouTube where a guy compiled all of them throughout the course of the episode. And there's a shirt that has all those names on it. So I wanted to walk up to Reb Brown. If I'd known he was going to be at that con, I would have tried to order that shirt
with all the names. That's hysterical. Hey, there's a Stiltman Mini-Mates figure.
There you go. There's a Stiltman figure after all.
Yeah, I was just checking.
Indeed, one of the great MST3K bits.
There's a Stiltman Build-A-Figure from 2020. No way.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I heard about that.
I was joking about that.
You got to have that.
Let's see, Marvel Legends Infinite Stiltman series.
You must have that.
No way, with Spider-Ham.
Well, you don't need all those figures.
You got to buy them all if you want Stiltman, though.
You can't get
Peter B. Parker. Oh, it's the movie.
eBay, you could find somebody selling that sucker.
That's the animated series.
Oh, that's that Spider-Verse drivel.
Spider-Verse, yep.
He's from Spider-Verse. Poo-poo. That's a shitty Prowler.
Yeah, but look how cool Stiltman is. I gotta have it.
That is cool. Look at him fighting Daredevil.
And he doesn't block any of the other figures. Yeah, but why is Daredevil not in this line? There's no Daredevil. There's a hand ninja.
You got Frog. That's a Daredevil villain. He's not this dude, a ninja. Just a ninja, right? It doesn't make a whole lot. Well, all those. It's funny. Most of those seem to do with the stupid Spider-Verse movie.
It's the Spider-Verse, yeah. Frogman.
Wow. Well, what are you gonna do? Hey, Dad, man, walking. What's up, buddy? Hey, Matthew Pounder.
Hey, Dad, man.
I think I said hey to Matthew Pounder.
Oh, Paste Pot Pete. Let me check.
Yeah, no, there's no Paste Pot Pete. Who said that? Matthew Pounder. Are you out of your? I was kidding. Matthew Pounder. I guarantee you, there's not a Paste Pot Pete, but there should be, buddy.
There's none. Yep.
No. Not even Trapster.
Travesty. Let's try it. We got Stiltman though.
There ain't no way this is.
Sorry. Trapster.
I'm glad there is a Stiltman. I would get that.
Yeah, let me see what it sells for on eBay. It's got a relatively new figure. Let's see, Stiltman.
Neon Knight, I have the Watchmen figures, and so there's Dr. Manhattan is in those, and of course they did one for the movies, which I have the comic book one, so I didn't mess with the paste pot Pete. What is wrong with you, sir?
Oh, there's one for $35, but he's missing an arm.
Who still?
Still, man. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
35.
Oh, and I can get insurance on him. 1 year protection plan for $4.99 just in case he topples over and dies.
Yeah. No matter what the boggin. So that's not a bad price but you can't have the whole
Oh, he's
arm.
missing
You're
one
missing
arm.
an
Yeah.
arm though. So what would it be? 50 with the arm?
That's what I'm trying to find. Yeah. Let's see here. Maybe $32. Well, Stiltman ain't exactly the most popular.
No, I know,
popular.
but builds are not cheap. Usually, rarely cheap when they build.
Yeah.
When people sell them back online.
And then you can buy the parts too. People are selling just certain
Yeah.
parts too. It looks like, yeah.
That'd be cool to get this Stiltman.
Yeah, that's $26.
Where?
But it's on eBay.
For the arm?
$5 shipping. No, the whole figure.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's not
But
bad
it's
at all.
it's a bid. It's a bid. I had to watch
That's
it. I'm not going to buy it now,
Yeah.
but it's yeah.
Now,
I
that's
don't
a
know
good
what it'll sell
if you
for.
can get it
But
close to that. Yeah, that's not bad. The full figure though, not missing an arm.
yeah, the full figure. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Indie Key Comics. Hey there. Good to see you.
And that's cool because you can put him on the shelf and he won't, block the other figures.
Are you two discriminating against an amputee? Well, Mark is.
Never.
That's true. That is discriminatory.
Well, it's just arm. It's not an amputee. It's just arm is missing. There's a difference.
It's just missing. Yeah. He's stilt man. Good to see there, Indie Key Comics. Nice to meet you. I don't think we met you before. Well, let's see here. I guess there's not much more to do tonight because I did nothing all night anyway. But it was cool. Still good at hanging with everybody.
I'm glad your computer seemed to work.
It seemed to behave tonight, I guess. But
well, you did restart it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it didn't seem to help before when I did it, but maybe it's
seemed this time. Yeah.
I don't know. Hope it holds up long enough so we can get that other one. But anyway, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Really, really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. All we did was just kind of talk and hang out with you guys, but that's what we do on Wild Card Wednesday night. It can either have a topic or it can be all wild cardy like it was tonight. And they called him Wild. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Sorry about that. Burp.
Bless you.
So, I had to get some water. I went out to the Bistro Italia tonight, and I am, I'm feeling it with the heartburn.
Oh no, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I know the feeling. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah.
0, 0, 0, destruct 0. No boost. We're still this Friday. We're getting to the tail end of Deep Space Nine. So, anyway, so I want to thank everyone for being here with us tonight. Show notes are this simple. Tomorrow, one way or the other, I'll be here for the clubhouse with Raquel and Mark. Same Clobby time, same Clobby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Clubhouse Madness. Friday, our good buddy Dad Man, I'm looking forward to hanging out with him, 7 p.m. Eastern, talking some NFL playoffs, and I'm always honored to be there. And then Friday night, after that at 8:30, the great Nick Weiser's channel, my good friend Nick Weiser, the comic shop gang will gather together. As we often do at 8:30 Central Standard Time to, we'll be reviewing the Infinity Gauntlet number 4, which is a series we are reviewing. Neon, I see what you're saying, but I think it was, he said, I don't think it was a connection. You might be right that it was. I don't think so, but my computer is old and fragile. I'm thinking it's just not long for this world. So that's old.
So, plus your son is a gamer, right? So his connection's fine too.
Yeah, it's
right?
not his connection. He'd be going outraged. He would be showing. That's why I don't think it was the connection, because he'd be throwing fits if it was a connection. He's a gamer. He's always anyway.
That's the one time I can get the kids down to come downstairs when the internet turns off. Then they appear.
Of course. And so Monday night so that's again Friday night 8:30 on Nick's channel, the 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, a good friend. And then Saturday night, Star Trek, same. Trek time, same. Clobby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. 4 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine reviewed. There will be these episodes. And then, of course, I'll be at the Geekery Sunday night with the great Mark DWC on his channel. So what do you got going on?
Well, we got, of course, Sunday Night Geekery, and always look forward to the Clubhouse. And I got a couple of shorts I'll be doing. I'm going to do an enabling. You guys saw what I bought, but I'll show all the pictures of the stuff that I couldn't buy at Hobby Lobby. Had some cool stuff there. Never knew how much cool genre stuff they had there, and old school stuff too. That was nice to see. And got a couple of video and the phasers. Hopefully I get to do those tomorrow too. Every work always seems to get in the way of stuff when I try to do something, but it's always a lot of fun. And thank you, Kal-El, and everyone in the chat. Yep. Oh, and Phantom he had posted before. There's a Paste Pot Pete Hero Clicks.
Oh, wow. How dare you, sir? Have you
awesome.
no decency, sir? Have you no decency? Right. Well, that's pretty damn cool there, I guess. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us tonight. Where were I? Oh, yes, of course. Shout out to the wrenches, of course, the great Eric K, the bronze wrencher, the great Chris Persia, syndicated wrench of the North. Thank you, buddy. D. Bud Martin, thank you so much for that wrench of iron. Avon lives, long live the Legion, Lord Thoth and Lady Thoth. J Man, the wrench without fear, and my partner in crime on Earth B. Hungry Boy, Master of Cluboniisms and Artist Supreme. Kal-El, the Super Wrench, the wielder of Wrenchminalia by Matty Statty and Phantom Outsider. And thank you so much, all of you, for being here with us tonight. Appreciate you. Neon Knight, it was good to meet you, my friend. And all of you, it's good to see you all. Lisa, lovely Lisa, Tiger Stripes, so many wonderful friends here tonight. We won't, annoy you all by going through all of them, but thank you all for being here with us. If you are lurking, thank you for listening and lurking there. And if you're watching on a download or a rewatch, whatever you want to call it, thank you so much. So everybody, have an extraordinary remainder of your night. And we will hope we see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
As good as your word.
Aye, sir. The more they overthink the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the drain.
I just